funk, thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Eyes realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and know that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress and bring me looking like when blessings drop in. And so I got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Warning, the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
You know, I run up a beat. Nah, fuck that. You know, I fuck up a beat. I make bad girl music. Bad girls date like Harvey. Keep a few options, Lori. This pussy good, give glory. If you know thug money, then I ignore you. Bad girls date like Harvey. Keep a few options, Lori. This pussy good, give glory. If you know thug money, then I ignore you. Let's talk on, you know I be Bobby. Nigga, I ain't wait, she cannot ignore it. Cop any bag if I want it in the morning. Then think it bad, she gon' make you go harder. Run it up, eat it up. When I'm horny now, you know I hit him up. Green eyes and he like to beat it up. Head game, he could really eat it up. Niggas be cap, they like it when I be rough. Tell them to shut up, sit on the bed, lift up my leg, give me some head. Daddy, you nasty, I like the way that you roll. Roll me a blunt while I ride on my toe. All of that yapping you do for your friends, but when I call, straight pulling up. Correct, simple. And he don't pull up in minutes late. I don't play that. Bad girls date like Harvey. Keep a few options, Lori. This pussy good, give glory. If you know thug money, then I ignore you. Bad girls date like Harvey. Keep a few options, Lori. This pussy good, give glory. If you know thug money, then I ignore you. Bad girls date like Harvey. Keep a few options, Lori. This pussy good, give glory. If you know thug money, then I ignore you. Switch up my look, you know I'm foreign. Giving box braids and they touching my butt. Pulling my hair while he all in my gut. He told his friends he was done with my butt. He know he lying, I am the best. Put you on game, how to run up a check. Put in the work, I can pass any test. I run the board and I play like chess. Like Harvey, keep a few options, Lori. This pussy good, give glory. If you know thug money, then I ignore you. Bad girls date like Harvey. Keep a few options, Lori. This pussy good, give glory. If you know thug money, then I ignore you. Yeah, it's that summer anthem. All the bad girls pull up. I need y'all to have the nice cars, nice bodies, options. Let's play ball with all these little boys. Let's play ball.
Salute everybody, salute, welcome, 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 welcome to the lounge tonight. Welcome to the lounge. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome. So what do y'all think about old Lori? Or not Lori, Georgie. What do y'all think of old Georgie? What do y'all think of her? She's a inspired rapper. You can check out her TikTok page because that's all she'll be posted is her rap music on there, and she also got other videos that she posts as well on her TikTok. So y'all check her out. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about this tonight, y'all. We are going to talk about this tonight. But first of all, how's y'all Father's Day? Hope y'all had a great, phenomenal Father's Day. My Father's Day was it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I enjoyed spending time with family, like always, with the children. Also gave Mrs. Urban a much needed rest as well too. It's that thing that we husbands do, you know what I'm saying? We play our part to balance things out, to also to have as much peace as possible in the household. You know what I mean? So nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. But yeah, we forget it to it, y'all. We forget it to it. Shout out to everybody who's in the chat right now. We got Scorpio Mama in the chat right now. What's up with it? Yeah. Got Show Enough as well. Yeah. Lionel, what's up with it, bro? What's up? Salute. Hey, a matter of fact, my moderators, go drop on Lionel's link, because Lionel's doing some good things over there at his channel. So go ahead and drop his link, you know what I'm saying? Do that. Drop his link for me, if y'all don't mind. Appreciate that a whole lot. So we got Sweet Rita Sour Patch in the building, one of the main boss ladies in the crib. What's up with it? What's up with it? And I seen that you changed your picture again. Hey, Sour Patch, you can't be like me. You can't keep changing up your picture like I keep changing mine up. At least I changed mine up at least what? maybe twice a month or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Probably longer. I don't know. I don't know. At least I change mine up. I don't change mine up every week like you be doing. Every week this girl have a darn picture. Every week. She's like, you know what? I feel like this picture. I feel like that picture. But it's all good though. But shout out to her. Shout out to her. Who else we got? We got Miss CC in the building. What's up with it? Salute. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you tuning into the show. Appreciate it a whole lot. And everybody else who are in the bushes, shout out to y'all as well too. Salute, salute. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah, we got a show tonight, y'all. Those of y'all who caught the pre-show, and I was showing a video of a young lady. This young lady, she's an inspired rapper. Okay, she believed that she's on the level of Nicki Minaj. She's on the same level with Cardi B. She's on the same level with Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? All these different female rappers. So she's doing her thing. One thing that I do have to admit about the videography, whoever did her videography did a really, really good job. I ain't lie. For it to be as, you know, force the production to be what it is. They really did a real good job on that. I got to give them kudos on that for real. I do. I do. I do. And also, I was listening to the actual, not her lyrics, but I was actually listening to the beats and everything. You know what I'm saying? Her engineer actually did a real good job too. I ain't gonna lie. Sounded pretty cool. Sounded like something that Urban would DJ on a Saturday night. It do for real. It really do. It really do. It sounds like something I would literally DJ on a Saturday night. But yeah. But now we figure I'll get into this, y'all. South Pressure talking about, no, I don't. Yes, you do, god dang it. You do. You change your picture up. Every week you got a new picture up. Every single week you got a new picture up. Like, dang, man, I can't keep up with you no more. I mean, like, what? I just can't keep up with you no more. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, let's get into this show tonight, y'all. Once again, this young lady who we're going to review tonight, she's going to share a story with us. All right. Apparently, she ended up getting married, and within a whole year time, she ended up getting divorced, y'all.
Oh my God, bro! Oh hell no, man!
She's not getting divorced. So we're going to figure out what happened. We're going to figure out what happened in a relationship for her to go through a whole year time of being married all the way up to the time of getting divorced. Let me ask y'all this question too. Do y'all know anyone who dealt with this before where they got married within a year, that after a year they end up getting divorced? Do y'all know people like that? I'm talking about in your personal space. Y'all know people like that? I don't know a whole lot of people. I heard stories, but in my personal space, I have not had that type of encounter with none of my friends, none of my homeboys, none of that. It's just kind of unique to me. So I'm kind of curious on have y'all had that experience in y'all personal space. Maybe those of y'all who are watching the show right now, maybe you actually experienced this for real, where you end up getting married or, you know, and you end up getting divorced within a year. So if you have experienced that, by all means, drop in the chat, share your story. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about it for real. But this young lady, she did it. She got married and divorced within a year. Oh, here's a one catch to this. This young lady is an African woman. She is an African woman.
That's bullshit.
So, without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and jump into this content, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up, y'all, as y'all come into the lounge. So let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. This whole story is crazy to me, but let's get to it, y'all. Here we go. Oh Lord. All right, so South Pat, she said this, yes, urban shoe. She experienced that Scorpio said this. Scorpio said, I knew somebody that the man did not show up for the wedding. Do that count? No, they don't count. They don't count at all. I'm talking about literally being married and being married for a whole, go through 365 days of being married. Then after that, you divorce. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So that don't count, Scorpio. That don't count. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hear her story. Now, she got, how many parts she got to the story? I think like 10 parts to this, but I believe we could get through all these parts tonight. What would y'all think? I think we can. So let's listen to what she got to say about this, y'all. And I'm curious to want to know what y'all think about this as well, too. So let's get it.
Annoyance, as I'm trying to tell you guys the story of this marriage that is definitely done. So anyway, y'all, how to get married and divorced in a year, African style.
You know what's crazy? Know what's crazy? When we was looking at the pre-show, right, and we was looking at her videos, right, this girl looked totally different from her videos versus her looking just natural. That is the reason why I say this all the time to y'all ladies, that y'all don't have to be caked up and caked out in that makeup all the time. You don't, because that makeup messes up your skin. It really do. We be trying to tell y'all, but y'all don't want to listen to us. Us men, we don't know what we talking about, but it's all good.
Give you that. If you don't know African custom or African tradition, African women are not raised to ever believe in divorce. When you get married, you die. You die there. You understand? You die there. And if you don't, you're seen as a worthless woman. You're seen as a half-assed woman. Your husband can beat you, and your husband can beat you senseless if you leave your weak bitch. That's African culture. I got married to my husband. And mind you, I didn't even want to get married to an African man. I didn't even think I was getting married, period. Honestly, I never saw that for myself. I grew up in a household where my father was super abusive. He married my mom when she was 14, cheated on her, abused her kids, and she never left because, they have a bunch of kids. She just wanted so badly to be in a two-parent household, because that's another African thing. Like, you have to be in a two-parent household. It just shows that you're just so normal. Not knowing that a lot of African kids who come from two-parent household are fucked up. I mean, so fucked up. Hence, my husband and myself.
Let me talk about this, because what she's saying is true to a certain extent. There are a lot of two-parent household where the child come out and they be great. Nothing wrong with them. They end up becoming great adults, great law-abiding citizens. They end up getting a family of their own, and the cycle continues. There are other two-parent households, like she's talking about, where the household be toxic as hell. The reason why the household be toxic as hell, because I honestly believe that the woman be literally just settling for a certain type of man. I honestly do. They get to a certain point, as what we call hitting the wall, right? They get to a certain point where they're just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to take the first little sucker out there, and we just going to get married, and I'm going to make this thing work no matter what. And they end up getting this little straight up, screwed up, narcissistic beta male. This dude end up being part of this household, right? He ended up being toxic. He ended up being abusive, not only to his wife, but also to the children as well, too. He ended up going out and cheating and doing all this old weird and stupid stuff. But yet it's still the woman stay in it because they believe in the whole foundation of sanctity of marriage, especially in the African culture, not in African American culture, not Western civilization culture, but in African culture. They don't believe in divorce, period. They don't. They believe in they believe in monogamous relationships. They believe in sticking it out, working it out, regardless of the situation, period. But when you look at it from this point of view, right, y'all, This is what corrects these modern day women. This is what corrects these old beta male men as well too, by coming out of these old toxic households. Then, of course, like people like myself, or maybe you as well too, where you came out of a great household and you just so happen to end up marrying this whole beta male, or you may end up marrying this whole modern day woman who's messed up. You got to deal with their problems, or as we call their baggage. It's an unfortunate situation, but this is the reason why I always talk about stuff like this, because I want to bring it to awareness of everybody, especially if you're out there and you're single, where you do have options. You do have the option to choose who qualify for your situation. You don't have to settle at all, period. All right? But let's continue, y'all. Oh, hold up. We got some more people in the chat. Abril, what's up with it? Salute. Welcome. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you. True Field, salute. Welcome. Appreciate you tuning in as well, too. And like I always appreciate people coming through, supporting the stream. Even if you're just hitting the thumbs up on the live or sharing it out, I appreciate that a whole lot, y'all. Appreciate it a whole lot. But tonight's topic, we're going to examine why this young lady ended up getting married, ended up being divorced within a year. So far, it's safe for us to say that throughout her upbringing, she ended up carrying over or mimicking a certain type of toxic behavior, right? But we're gonna see if she's gonna admit to this through her relationship and marriage.
Now, I'm not telling you guys this thing because I'm saying that, like, I don't have issues, or I have my issues, but at least me, I've been to therapy. I don't fight my demons and tie them and put them in the back. I don't put them in the backyard. You understand? My husband, he didn't even know he had demons till he met me. In African culture, if your husband abuses you, you stay. Look at Davido and Chioma. African women are raised to believe that abuse is how you know you're married. If your husband isn't abusing you or treating you like shit, are you married? But as long as he buys you Gucci, Fendi, Prada, you're married. It's okay. You can stay. Okay. My husband is younger than me a little bit, and we got married after 3 months of dating, and it was...
And that is already a red flag right there. I don't know if y'all caught on to that. That is already a red flag, but I'm gonna rewind it back.
My husband is younger than me a little bit, and we got married after 3 months of dating.
After 3 months, only 3 months of dating, they decided to get married. That is an automatic red flag.
That's bullshit.
I never recommend people getting married within 3 months. That is insane to me. I don't care how much money this dude have. I don't care how much money the woman have. I don't care if both of y'all have y'all career together and y'all of a sound mind and all stuff. That is no 3 months. And it's not long enough for you to just go ahead and say, you know what? I just know everything about you. Let's get married. We just figure everything out. No. No.
That's bullshit.
That is a formula for failure, for real. But let's continue, y'all.
And it was beautiful at first until I met my in-laws. I'm going to leave it at that. Come back for part 2.
All right, so she's going to tell the story about her in-laws. I'm going to say my comment about the in-laws. I'm going to say my comment. Hey, she said, wait, I'm late on her eyes is black, y'all. No, nobody didn't punch her, truth is. The reason why her eyes is dark like that is because what I was stated earlier about women wearing makeup. I say this all the time about y'all wearing makeup. Like y'all... That makeup really do mess up y'all skin pigmentation for real, especially as black women. Now, it's okay if you just kind of touch up a little bit, or if we doing like a photo op where it enhances you for the photo. There's nothing wrong with that. But cake up and caked out and make up every single day, every moment. Hell no. No. I'm telling y'all, ladies, we men do not like that at all, period.
That's bullshit.
The only reason why we tolerate it is because we care about y'all. That's it. But deep down inside, every man could agree with me on this. They're like, man, hey, y'all don't need all that makeup for real. We don't want y'all looking like no damn clown for real. We really don't. We really don't. We really don't. Now, she also said, oh, shit. We get a round of applause every time we pull up in the lounge. You hear yell, you sure do, shoot. Everybody get the royal treatment in the lounge. Everybody get the royal treatment in the lounge, especially content creators. I'm just saying. CC talking about, ooh, child. Hey, it gets better. It gets better, y'all. It gets better. But how long did they know each other? Think it make a little difference or no? Look, she only said 3 months, so that's it. 3 months is not enough time to know a person. Me personally. Especially to get married. But let's continue.
Okay, so sorry guys, I didn't put part 2 up immediately, but here we are. How to get married and divorced in a year, African style. I told you guys, it really changed. Things really changed my husband and I once I met his in-laws. Now, you gotta understand something, and I want you guys to hear me. I met his parents virtually, his siblings. I've met them in person, the ones that are here in the States and the ones that are back in Nigeria. I'm Igbo, he's Yoruba. That's the first thing we gotta understand. Okay, let's begin this story. And I'm sorry if I hop in and out of my African accents, my people. This conversation must hit correctly, okay? People have to understand it, not just Beke. American people, also Nigerians and Africans have to understand my dialect. So let me tell you guys.
And here's another reason why I'm sharing this story with y'all, because there is a huge stigmatism between African Americans and Africans, okay? The stigma is this. Let's call it a stereotype. Let's change it to stereotype. The stereotype is this. The stereotype is that Africans have more lasting relationships than African Americans. Africans often say this every single time about African Americans. They say that African Americans are lazy. They say that African Americans divorce rates is high. They say that African American relationships dwindles down versus Africans. Africans normally have great relationships. Africans do not have toxic, narcissistic men nor women. That's what they say. But this particular video of what she's talking about tells a whole different story altogether. But let's continue, y'all.
Part 2. So, when I tell you in-laws this is a case of childhood trauma. This is a case of someone, my husband especially. My husband is a very nice guy. And I'm not saying this like I divorced my husband because my husband is a horrible guy. My husband is a person who needs to grow, and his naivety really created a problem, especially when it came to seeing his flaws or his family flaws. And I was like, I was by myself in one corner, and it was him and his family. Okay. So part of the red flags I saw was on our wedding day. You probably don't know me. I'm not into big weddings. I'm not into big African situations. I'm not into all that. It's not my thing. I never even wanted to get married, let alone come and do all the African nonsense. It's not my thing. So my husband's family, actually, his siblings that were here in the States, on our wedding day, they ended up being late. It's not even late. They didn't even show up. They said they overslept, they miscalculated, whatever it was. People, I didn't care. I got my dream wedding, which was my husband, my 2 best friends there. That was it. That's really what I wanted. And we went to a restaurant and enjoyed it. They showed up at the restaurant. That's 1. 2, you gotta understand in African culture, I'm not the traditional African woman. I'm born and raised in Nigeria. I be Igbo babe, correct? You understand? But I'm not the traditional African woman. I never wanted to be. You see my tattoos. My back is covered. I'm half naked on Instagram, always, comfortably. I have OnlyFans, you see it.
So, to answer your question, Scorpio Mama, from earlier, yes, you might as well say, yes, she's a stripper because she has an OnlyFans, okay? She has an OnlyFans. Her IG shows nothing but her body. Hell, I just showed y'all the pre-show of her being in her swimsuit and everything. So, yes. And another thing I want to point out too is that I had experience dating a African woman who came over to this country before. I experienced that. How the way they are, what's the best way for me to describe them? It's like they have the modern day woman 2.0 behavior. It's like their modern day behavior is way worse than the modern day woman who lives in this country. Put it to you that way. They pretend that they have a lot of money, which they really don't. They pretend that they're wealthy, which they're really not. They be caked up in all this makeup all the time. They be wearing all these weaves and tracks and all these different other things and stuff too. That's about all of them have an IG. All of them be creating these IG accounts what we call thirst trap photos. Every last one of them do the same thing, including the one that I was dating in the past. All of them. They have this huge expectation that they want the man to pay for everything. Not because of tradition, because just like how Georgia is, right? They don't believe in the traditional African values. They believe in the modern day value of this country, meaning that they want this dude to pay for everything so they could use that dude to gain what they want to get out of them, which is money, which is clothes, which is wherever it is, cars, wherever the case may be. They want to get all of these materialistic things out of the dude so they don't have to pay for it themselves. Now, keep in mind also, they have jobs. Hell, some of them will even have careers, but it is the whole point that they do not want to pay their own money for their own stuff. So they rather would use men to do that. Hence, when I was dating an African woman, this is one of the main things that she attempted to try to do to me. All right. So that's how the way she talking. This is exactly how the way they think. This is exactly how their behavior is for real.
These are all things my husband knew before we got married. And before I even married this man, I made sure, and I still to today, my husband that's not he doesn't care about that, and he never does. This is that false westernized thing. It's crazy how African people will tell you they hate tattoos and it's so ghetto and all that, but this is what we grew up. Body modification. I saw my great-grandfathers. I knew how they looked. I knew how my grandmothers looked. But in the Western world, they try so hard to be whitewashed and to fit into American customs. And I knew his family had their issues and their displacement from me, being that they are conservative Yoruba family and all that. But before I married my husband, I made sure he told his family that I'm a rapper, up and coming rapper. Make sure they know that I'm tatted. Like, I was very honest because that's how I live my life. I know the life I want to live. I'm not living it to come and make people happy. I know my life. I know who I want to die and be. My name is Independence for a fucking reason. My name no be Jessica. Okay. After we got married, I started noticing, like, especially his sisters, like little small things they would say here and there. One day, his oldest sister, who's like, she's a Bible thumper, like real up there, real one with the Lord, okay? One day she calls me on FaceTime, and she's like, hey, I've been really looking on your Instagram. I've been really watching your music videos and all that. And I just wanted to know, are you ready to give your life to Jesus?
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Hold on, this phone is getting hot. Give me 1 second, y'all. I apologize, my phone was getting hot. I needed to cover it. Now, as I was saying, the sister calls me and was like, she's been looking at my videos, on my Instagram, and she just wanted to know if I was ready to give my life to Christ. And you guys gotta understand, in African culture, right? A lot of these so-called conservative women or their conservative views is really just religious views. It's not really truly like religious views. It's just their judgmental, westernized religious views. Because this is a place where my grandmother, since I lived in the village, is with Rapa. I grew up, I didn't know what bra was till I came to America. I didn't even wear underwear till I came to fucking America.
Wait, hold on. She said that she didn't wear a bra nor underwear until she came to America. What the hell?
That's bullshit.
Dang, so she over there in Africa with stinky coochie and everything, huh? Golly. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so now she's calling me and had the audacity to come, and she said it like it was just so simple, like, hey girl, like, you know, are you ready to bring your life to Christ? Like, they knew I don't go to church, never want to go back to church. Religion is not for me. Those fraudulent people, let them be. In Nigerian custom, women will be dying in their marriage, but as long as they go to church on fucking Sunday, they are better than you. And I get it, because, you know, they wear the long skirts, they're conservative, they don't really talk back, they're all crisscross, feet crossed. I'm not that. From Ashawo, Mommy, whatever title makes you feel better, call me. I don't care. It doesn't bother me, because I know who I am. I'm happy. So in this situation, she called me, whatever. I told her, I said,
oh, also real quick, I want to point this out to y'all. Notice that every single time she keep re-emphasizing, talking about, I know who I am, I know who I am, I know who I am. I want y'all to keep that in your mind, okay? Because I'm going to expound on the reason why she's saying all that, okay, in a little bit.
It's not me and you. I don't judge you. Live your life the way you see fit, but please don't call me asking me something like this again. So I called my husband when he came back. I told him, call your sister. Tell her to respect herself. Don't come at me like that. Okay, so this time, I don't know if you checked the sister. I don't care. I've already checked that. I moved on. So you guys gotta understand, I'm an up-and-coming rapper in the African community. My name is Miss Georgie, up-and-coming rapper. I got married to my husband, and I was planning on going to Nigeria in October to do the leg tour of my Nigerian trip. To do a tour in Nigeria, get myself really acclimated into the Nigerian market. And my husband knew that before we got married. This was planned. So when we started talking about it, and I was gonna go to Nigeria and stay for a couple of months, all of that, my parents, who again, I don't really have a good relationship with my parents. I only really connected with them because of my husband, me getting married, and also my mom's obsession with wanting to have a big grand wedding and all that shit to show off to her friends that the failure black sheep of a daughter that she has, me, got married. Growing up, my mom would always tell me,
yeah, listen to what she said. She said that she is the failure black sheep of the family who finally got married. Keep in mind with that, all right?
Time because of the traumas, being a sexual assault survivor and everything, she would always tell me that no man would love me if they knew about my trauma. And she truly believed that. My mom truly believed that because I was a sexual assault victim, like, no man would find me desirable. That's her delulu, because she was assaulted and she doesn't think that she had value in herself, I guess, but she projected onto me. So she wanted to show the world that, oh, her failure of a black sheep daughter actually is getting married. Anyway, that's another topic that we'll get into. But when it came time for me to go to Nigeria and go do this, my husband knew. My parents, his parents, tried to convince him that no man will let his wife go to Nigeria. Like, you guys, you would think I was going to Nigeria to go home. It don't be home. This is me. This is what I do. Like, my music I do here in America. And I'm trying to go chase my dream over there. Not that if I blow tomorrow now, this man will eat. Their child will eat forever. Their businesses will benefit because now they can say Miss Georgie is their daughter-in-law. Blah, blah, blah. They'll leverage, yo. They told my husband that he's not being a man, and that he shouldn't allow his wife to go to Nigeria. And how can he just, like, they made it this whole religious thing that the Lord in the Bible said that no man should be leaving her husband so early. I don't know what church and what Bible they were reading from, but apparently that's what they told him. Translated to me.
His mother will always tell him how I'm the kind of woman that's gonna run all over him. Even my mom said that to my father, that I'm gonna run all over him. All I wanted to do was go chase my dream. All I wanted to do was go put consistency into work. That's it, though, my people. It's not like I asked this man for a grand wedding, or it's not like I was asking him to have kids. It's not like I was asking him to come buy Birkin. My people, I just wanted to build. My husband proposed to me with a Swarovski ring. You understand? Okay. That one didn't bother me. I was okay. I understood that he would build himself. He would get there. If this video ends, come back for part 3, because this story needs to be told in totality, and I can't rush it. I want to really break down each one, because I had a beautiful marriage until I touched ground in Nigeria and met my in-laws. And the pepper these people put in my eye, if I'm lying, I'm dying. I have screenshots and I have witness evidence. I will call people right now that will back me up in the nonsense that I tolerated in this marriage.
All right, so let's talk about it real quick. All right, so she ended up meeting this dude, right? From Africa. She ended up meeting this dude. They been seeing each other for 3 months. They ended up getting married. Now, one of the key things that I want y'all to notice is this, okay? I want y'all to notice that throughout her whole conversation, right? She never at once acknowledged her husband. What I mean by that, she never acknowledged him. She never said, she never went through the process of explaining how they met. She never went through the process of her, really falling in love with him. She started learning about him, his wants and desires, different things like that. Them going out on dates and sharing intimate moments together. She never said that, but it's a reason why. The reason why is this. See, Western culture dealing with dating, relationship, and marriage is totally different from the Eastern culture or African traditional culture, okay? In the Western culture and our culture, we look for people according towards compatibility. That's the number one thing we look for is compatibility. To see if they're compatible. We'll see if their personality, their looks, their aesthetic, their financial status, their socioeconomical status. All these things could be compatible with each other. That's what we look for. But in the African culture, it's different. They don't look for compatibility. They don't. All they look for is that dude could take care of that woman, period. Long as he's financially set to take care of that woman, hell, it could be the ugliest dude in Africa. Long as he's financially stable to take care of that woman, guess what? That father's gonna meet up with that other father. They're gonna negotiate whatever, right? Which is called a proposal, right? They're gonna go into a proposal and they're gonna say, "Hey, I believe that my daughter's gonna be a good fit for your son." I agree. They set the proposal, they set the grounds for the proposal to make sure he fulfilled these certain type of obligations that's bestowed upon him. And guess what? They end up getting married. That's how it is in the African culture. Matter of fact, that's how it is in the Eastern culture, period. A lot of people we call that prearranged marriages. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. That's what they do with prearranged marriages, where they negotiate or do a proposal, right? And when the proposal is finalized, they will give their daughter away. But in Western, we don't do that over there. We don't do a proposal over here. Unless in the Western culture, you're a part of a prominent family. That's the only other way it would happen. But most cases, with us normal, average people, we don't do that at all, period. So that's the reason why she was saying what she was saying. She never described how the way he was and they interact with each other, them going out on dates and anything like that, because it was how the way it sounded like it was pretty much a proposal. But let's continue, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up.
Okay, welcome back. So, this is how to get married and divorced in 1 year, African style. Okay,
So now I left off in part 2 telling you guys about my upcoming trip to Nigeria for my African tour for my rap career. So as I was telling you guys, my husband and I are recently married. We got married in June. So now this is around August as I'm preparing to plan the trip to Nigeria. In the middle of this preparing, I have 3 engineering degrees. So as much as I'm a rapper, my day job is I do project management, software implementation, different things like that. So I was working for one company, and right before, this is like the tech dissolve or the tech chaos just started around the time I got laid off. So my husband was the only one working. Now, I was like, this was around August, so I was like, okay, well, this is a sign. Let me try to get something. Let me try to hustle before I go on my trip to Nigeria. Now, you guys gotta remember, I didn't have a wedding. I didn't have a wedding, and even though I didn't have a wedding, not one person in his family gave me a card, a spa treatment, a manicure, nothing. I didn't get any present, nothing. That one didn't bother me. It didn't vex me. It's okay. So around August now, and we're preparing for Nigeria, I'm looking for places to stay in Lagos. You know, I was going to stay with his family in Ibadan, but I was like, no, I don't want to stay with his family because I have to move around. And African parents, the way they are is if you move too much or if you come home late at night or whatever, they assume the worst. They think, you know, you're out there, you're selling toto, all this shit. I don't have the energy for that. I'm really trying to go do something, and I don't want to have to deal with parents. So, me staying in Lagos. So when it came time to me to stay in Lagos, I was looking at Airbnbs. They were too expensive. It was easier to rent for the year than to try to do Airbnb or hotel. So I reached out to my husband. I said, listen, babe, we didn't do a wedding. Your parents didn't do anything. You know, I'm doing your papers for you. And it wasn't like I was doing it expecting anything out of it, but I'm like, you know, we're doing all these things. Like, do you think it's too much? And oh, I forgot to mention, I'm so sorry, his family is very, very wealthy. It's a very, very successful African family. Very, very, very billion.
Uh-huh. Yeah, did I not confirm what I was telling y'all earlier about this whole situation? But let's continue.
Nigerian billionaires. So I said, okay, ask your family. And mind you, I didn't know this level of wealth that his family had. Ask me about this quotation marks later, till after we got married. So then I asked him, like, okay, can you ask your parents, you know, even as a wedding present to me, I'll take them helping me get my house in Lagos, that I'm gonna stay in Lagos. And he was like, okay. And he went and asked his parents. And this is when his parents were all like, that's when they started, you know, trying to champion him that I'm a bad wife. Him letting me go to Nigeria is bad. That no man should ever let their woman do that I'm walking all over him. Like, just started like preaching to him just because I asked him to sponsor the house as a wedding present to go to Nigeria. And the madness ensues. So now I think at this point, but I don't know, my husband already knew who I was. There was no...
Hold on real quick, y'all. I want y'all to think about this logically, okay? So she was saying that they never received any wedding gifts or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So she ended up proposing to her husband, hey, why don't you just talk to your parents and ask your parents, can they pretty much buy us a place to stay since they got money? Now, if you were the parent, how would you feel about that? Would it not come around to her trying to use and abuse? I'm just saying.
If I say I'm going to do something, my guy...
Or gold digger vibes, too. It could be gold digger vibes as well, too.
That's bullshit.
I'm just saying, y'all.
Holy Ghost fire shall not stop me. Holy Ghost fire up there cannot stop me. So as his family is talking, I'm like, my guy, I don't know who you're talking to. I didn't marry your family, I married you. So whatever they feel about their marriage, whatever they feel about their kids, whatever they feel, that's good for them. But see me? My guy, I told you I'm going to Nigeria. I'm trying to make something of my life. I go do with support or no support. The thing that upsets me the most is I've been dating billionaire, multi-millionaire, rich men. could have asked one of my exes to do it. They would have done it. But because of respect, I was giving my husband. I decided to like hold it down, wait for him to like figure it out. Okay. So after
See, women like her are very, very, very dangerous. Where she feel like that she got options, right? And the number one option that she have is to use her body to get what she want. That's what make her very, very dangerous. For her to sit up here and say, look, I could just go to a billionaire, a millionaire, and they'll give me what I want at any given time. That's, no ma'am.
You're a lying sack of crap. You're a lying sack of crap. You're a lying, scheming, stinking, nasty sack of liquid crap.
his family and everything. And mind you, this is what's so funny to me is when the family was all encouraging me to do a big wedding and I was like, no, I don't really want to. I found my dresses and it totaled of like $7,000 and they were ready to pay the $7,000 for my wedding dress. But when I decided I didn't want to do a wedding, I'll take the money and invest it to this. It became a problem. Let me tell you how funny and how his parents moved. That was so shady. But he says this is who they are. You know what upset me the most about our whole entire dynamic is that every time I called out something, he would tell me, that's who they are. Okay, but then when I do something, it's like, oh, they don't like that. You can't be that way. Oh, no, I match energy. That's who I am. So that's who I am. Anywho, so his parents now was around $4,000, the house for the whole year to rent. After they saw that I wasn't budging, I wasn't giving fuck, I was going to do what needed to be done. So the father, I actually had to end up calling the father myself and the mom because my husband, I don't know, he has this thing where I don't even know what it is. Like he's so nice and he just always wants to keep the peace. And they see that and they take advantage of that. And I see that they take advantage of his, like, he don't like problems. But I like problems. I wake up every day, I choose violence. Violence, me. I choose them. So I called his father and I broke it down. I said, listen, Daddy, this is what I'm doing. You know, like, this is what I want to do. I would really appreciate your support. Blase, blase, blase. This man, whenever you talk to them, they're very nice. Their teeth, they shine it. It's very nice.
Fellas, those of y'all who are out there who are single right now, those of y'all out there who are looking to find a wife, I want to let you know this right now. Don't never, ever in your life date a woman who would say that they want to choose violence every single day.
What?
Don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't get with a woman who has this type of energy and behavior like old girl here right now. This don't do it. It's not worth the problems. It's not worth the stress, especially if you're considered as a quote unquote nice guy, like she's saying. Because all she going to do is going to manipulate you into doing things that you really don't want to do, but you want to keep the peace and you like her a lot, you know what I'm saying? And part of it that kind of deals with that little beta male energy as well too, where beta males tend to be that yes man all the time, right? They'll say, yes, dear. And these type of women does be what I call predatory behavior, right? They look for these type of men, have this predatory behavior, and they the ones who be up here making these irrational, emotional decisions, put in both her and dudes in harm's way. These are the same type of women, right? You be out on a date, man, and the dude does a random dude just turn around and look at her. Didn't even say nothing to her. Just turn around and look at her, just keep on walking. She'll be the same type of woman that sit here and look, cuss that dude out and make a whole scene. She'll be that same type of woman where y'all be at a restaurant, right, and y'all sit up here trying to order a meal. She'll be that same type of woman that sit up here and give that waiter a hard-ass time. For real. I got a little spot on my cup. This ain't what I ordered. These are these type of women, for real. So, fellas, by all means, if these type of women have this type of behavior where they have this much energy on them like this, just avoid it. It's not worth it at all. It's not worth it. Because in their mind, they believe that they're right. In their mind, they believe that they're not going to change. Hence the reason why she keep re-emphasizing. So due to her coming out of that toxic, abusive household, this is the product behind it. This is the final resorts. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Avoid these type of women. These type of women do need therapy for real. And you cannot fix them. You can't change them. You can't pray God into their life. You can't do none of that. You can't. It's not going to happen. The only way they're going to change is by them wanting to change. That's the only way. It's the only way.
So now this man, I talked to him, everything, okay.
Oh, by the way, those of y'all who are watching me for the first time, I always want to re-emphasize that I'm not talking about all women. I'm only talking about certain type of women with this certain type of behavior, all right? So I don't want y'all to be separate to my Urban is a misogynist. Urban is sexist. I ain't sexist. Y'all better leave me the hell alone, shoot.
So he sends, mind you now, this is August. It took 2 weeks for him to send payment. Okay, because that's what they do. They try to see how bad you want it, like they're God. Okay, so then 2 weeks go by, he sends it. So then he sends the money to my manager because I told him send it to Nigeria, not here, because it makes no sense to come here, send back to Nigeria. It's okay, send it to my manager. So he sent it to my manager. My manager called me and said, hey, you know, they didn't send the full amount. They only sent I think at the time they only sent like 2,500 or to 3K. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll figure that part out. So then I was like, okay. Mind you, they never told me anything. Like they weren't going to send the full amount. They never, and this is one of the biggest problems we had in our relationship and with his family is they never communicated anything to me. They always.
Oh yeah. By the way, anytime a woman be clapping like this, that woman lying like that, she said her over-exaggerated stuff. Just to let y'all know.
Expected me to know. And then if I questioned it, or if I am under the intellectual understanding that there's something called communication, articulation, communication, I'm stupid, I'm mad. Then I was like, okay, maybe he's going to send the rest later. I'm waiting. We waited a week go by, nothing. So then I tell my husband, what's going on? He said he doesn't know. I should ask his dad. His dad is the one who spoke to me. So then I messaged his dad. I said, hey, daddy, you know, what's going on? I just want to check with you and make sure that, you know, you let me know. If that's all you're going to send, let me know, you know, what's going on so I can know how I'm moving. I'll come back to that. So this man now, I sent this message. He didn't reply to me. He didn't message me back, nothing. Okay, I wait. Next thing I know, my husband comes home and he's like, hey, my mom called me and she was upset and mad and she told me that my dad said that they did all they can do and that's it. He was saying it to me very angry, very like vicious, like his mom was just so upset. I went off on him. I said, what the fuck are you getting mad at me for? Did I know? How am I supposed to know? Did he articulate to me or communicate to me this is all he's sending or this is what they're doing? How would I know? I'm over here planning, trying to put myself together. How would I know if someone already in a conversation told me they'll do everything and I'm over here trying to organize everything else? Why would you assume and then make it seem like, and the way his mom apparently spoke it to him, like they were so fucking offended that I asked. So fucking offended that I asked. So, I went off on him. So that was round one of me seeing that, oh, these people think it's a game. They know how to flip. They're really good at playing the victim. They know I'm a villain, victim, and everything. You feel me? I am with the shit. See, they think they can play. And that was something I realized is like, in Yoruba culture, they don't respect anything beyond elders. They don't respect them. Me, I'm Igbo. We give respect to a baby. They don't give respect to their children. They don't give respect to anything. It's like their way or the highway. Listen, my parents, they don't even try that with me. Now, come back for part 4 because this is still part 3. I haven't even told you guys this Nigeria trip because this Nigeria trip is where Holy Ghost fire came down and bro scattered my nyash. Understand? Okay, so let me touch. I want to there's a few questions I've seen in the DMs, and someone said it needed some explanation about how my husband and I met. Okay, so my husband and I actually met through one of my best friends at her birthday party. And the relationship happened so fast because I don't think it matters if you marry a man for if you date a guy for 10 years and then marry him, the marriage will work. None of that is important. I've seen people date for 12 years and end in divorce. It's not about that. And again, I want to be very clear. My husband and I had a beautiful marriage. And what really ended with separation and what ended up ruining us wasn't because we weren't compatible. It was the fact of, again, my husband's naivete, his family, and his lack of growth and maturity.
Now check this whole thing out. First of all, she sit up here trying to justify them getting married within 3 months. Now, you can't sit up here and compare apple to oranges. I don't like it when people do that too. I don't like it where people sit up here and do that. They'll sit up here talking about, there have been people who've been married for 12 years and never getting a divorce. That is true, but people get divorced for different reasons. People get divorced because of infidelity. People get divorced because they just got tired of each other. Even though they was compatible, they just got bored with each other, and it ended up becoming irreconcilable differences. Things happen. People end up no longer becoming married because they end up becoming widows. You know what I'm saying? It's different situations and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when we're talking about you getting married within 3 months, we're talking about you getting to know that person. It is impossible for you to know a person within 3 months, for you to commit yourself, or furthermore, to sign a contract of agreements to that person. That's ridiculous. Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. That's like you going to a dealership. Or matter of fact, that's like you going and buying a house, right? And you didn't read the fine prints of the whole contract of the house, and you just signed the dotted line. Next thing you know, within 3 months, the landlord and they'll kick you out of your house. And you trying to figure out why in the hell I got kicked out of my house. That because you didn't read the fine print of the contract. That's why. Same thing with marriage. With marriage, you cannot know a person within 3 months that sent up here signing a contract and thinking that it's cool. No. It takes, to me, to be quite honest with y'all, I believe that the bare minimum, it should take you about at least the bare minimum of a year of you being with that person. Bare minimum a year, are you really getting to know that person? Because within that year, you're gonna learn a lot about that person versus 3 months. Hell, I'll put it to you this way. Some of y'all would disagree with me on this, but I'll put it to you this way. I'll say within that year you getting to know each other. I'll say within that year, I'll say within the halfway mark of the year, that y'all should be moving in together. That's how I feel. That y'all should be moving in together, and y'all should be learning one another. Y'all should be learning about your temperament. Y'all should be learning about if that man is a nasty dude, if that woman is a nasty woman. You should be learning everything about each other. How the way you run your household, how the way you take care of bills and everything. Do it together. Get to that halfway mark of a year. Live together. And give it a test run to see if y'all really could work it out together. Figure out the bills together and everything. You know what I'm saying? Then if y'all feel like y'all could do it after the end of that trial period, when the year mark comes, get married and keep it going. That's personally how I feel that what people should do, to be honest, to be quite honest. Some of y'all like say, y'all may disagree with that. Like, hell no, I ain't doing that. I ain't moving nobody in with me. I ain't doing that. But I'm just saying, you're not going to really know that person until you literally live with that person. Because throughout that whole entire process of y'all being together, you're going to constantly get the representative for that person. You're not going to get the realness of that person until you literally live with that person. I understand. That is how I see it. But let's continue.
That was it. I still love my husband. He's still.
Hey, Gertrude, she said, forget that urban show. Let's do 3 years. Let's do 3 years. Forget a year.
Great man. And that's just that. There's no ill feeling, and I'll do it again. I'll motherfucking do it again. But probably not, because I'm not getting married again. But anywho, my people, let me continue my story. So
Line Pride, salute, welcome.
part 4. I left off telling you guys about now the trip to Nigeria is happening. Regardless of what his parents had to say, my parents, we're going to Nigeria. That's that simple. So now, the week I was supposed to leave for Nigeria, because let's get to this Nigeria trip. The week I was supposed to leave for Nigeria, I ended up going to his sister's place because I had to fly out from there. And I stayed like the night before I had to fly the next day. So my husband and I drove up there. And while I was at their house, and you know, Yoruba culture is like when you meet their elders or meet their parents, you like the men, they prostrate or whatever. I don't know how I'm saying it. I'm saying it right, my people. All I know is they lay down on the floor. Let me break it down for Americans and for people who know no big words. You understand? They lay on the floor until they tell them get up. And for the girls, you kneel until they tell them to get up. Me, amigo, I was raised here. I don't know. We don't do that one. I see my parents. I give them respect. Good evening, good morning, you know. Daddy, hi, all that. And I was willing, you know, even before I was going, I was asking his sister, and I watched videos. I'm like, okay, how do you do it? Because for me, how I look at life is, it don't matter if it's something I'm raising, it's theirs. I'm going to respect the culture, and I'm going to do it. So I was eager to, like, do everything I was supposed to, like, do. Now, if you remember, I double back, I told you that I had this sense that his siblings, especially his sisters, had this, like, they grew up with drivers, cooks, or whatever. They had this, to me, I felt like they had this feeling of looking at me like beneath them, which I don't care. If you come with silver spoon or whatever, it doesn't mean you're better than me. I don't care. That's between you and you. If the universe wanted me to come and be with driver, it would have put me there. I don't know what my life passion is. So,
I mean, in any given situation, I would agree with her on that for us, the whole concept of the silver spoon. But we gotta look at this from a realistic perspective, right? So this dude came out of a very, very prominent wealthy family. So wealthy living is totally different from average living, okay? It's totally different. They live on a totally different culture. They live on a totally different mentality and everything. So looking at it from the outside in, it appears that she's not really bringing nothing to the table in this relationship other than her body, other than her looks, other than her wearing makeup. That's it. That's all she's bringing. She's not bringing no insight. She's not bringing no intellect. She's not bringing nothing to the table. So if you're part of that type of family, then yeah, you're going to be looking a certain type of way. Like, hold up, what? Hello, bro. Why are you trying to holler at this woman again? Bro, you know that you got plenty of options out there, right? You got plenty of options due to your status. So out of all these women out there, why are you choosing Georgie? What is up with her? Because she ain't bragging nothing but herself. And it look like she's a gold digger. So I don't know.
Who am I to come and worry about what I didn't get growing up? Anyway, continue with the story. So his sister ends up the night before, as I'm asking her, she makes a comment, and she's like, hopefully you packed clothes to go and see my parents. And I looked at her, because her insinuation is that because I'm the rapper girl, I'm half naked on Instagram, I'm tatted up, whatever. She insinuated that I was gonna go meet her parents butt ass naked. Like, I hadn't been coming to her house and visiting the people, and they haven't come and seen me, and I've been dressed appropriately. Mind you, this lady that's talking, I'm well versed beyond her.
Hey, Lions Pride. Hey, Lions Pride. But breaking nothing. Hey, Lions Pride. All she doing is breaking nothing but. All she doing is breaking nothing but ass and titties to the table.
What?
That's it. She ain't breaking no intellect, no mind, no nothing, no business, ventures or nothing. All she got is ass and titties and her being a rapper. Aspiring rapper, by the way. Aspiring rapper, by the way. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You understand? Because I think there's this misconception that because someone is naked on IG or because someone likes to be very much flashy, again, the westernized culture, like we didn't grow up in this, they think like that means that you don't know how to carry yourself. I know how to carry myself. What I wanted to articulate to her was, and I actually articulated to her was, you're describing knowing time and place. That's called intellect. That's called having smartness. That's called having wits. Why would I go dressed the way I'm dressed on Instagram to go see my husband's fucking parents? Am I mad? Am I stupid? Am I stupid, dumb, or retarded? Which one am I? Because your statement, your fucking statement describes me as such. And my sister, I don't be that though. Okay, I digressed. Whenever they make their snide comments, I do my best and just play it off and say, you know what, these people are stupid. Or I say, oh, these people are going through something. I never really allow people's snide comments to get to me because, again, people only try to bully you. Miserable people who hate themselves and their environment always try to like hurt you, and they make snide comments when you're okay with who you are and they see that you're confident, they see that you're okay. It doesn't vex me because the person that's talking, they can't see colors. If you see their outfits, they've never seen color. They've never seen color palettes. They've never known size alteration. They've never known. No. Let me tell you people, if I was me, I would post her picture right now. I'll put her on me that's been a whole executive.
You know what this remind me of also? This remind me of the concept of religion, right? There are different layers to religion. You got Christianity, you got Islam, you got Buddhism, whatever you want to call it. All these different layers of religion. You know what I'm saying? This remind me of the great long debate that been happening for centuries and decades or whatever, right? Where a person who's a Christian trying to sit up here convince a person who is Islam that Christianity is better than Islam. That's what her whole conversation remind me of. It's like she's trying to convince to them that she's better than them, but in reality, she's really not. In reality, she's really not nowhere on their level whatsoever as being a prominent wealthy family. Especially the one thing that she's bringing to the table once again is ass and titties and the OnlyFans account and the IG account, and that's it. That's all she got. That's all she got, ladies and gentlemen. And she's trying to compare that instead of her trying to literally gaslight them and telling them that there's something wrong with them. And she's the same one. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
That's bullshit.
Hey, because now I'm over here shaking body. She think I'm sexy then. The sexy that she's over here making fun of. The bitch shits money all over her and her whole family. Okay, so let's continue with this one because that's just tea. When I told my husband, he was like, oh, she didn't mean it like that. You know, she's just probably just, just trying to be nice. And she, she really likes you and she's been rooting for you. That's what my husband always did. Whenever I would tell him something was wrong or I would highlight an issue with his family, he would always go like, oh no, they didn't mean it like that. Like, he would always try to validate for them and like clarify. I'm like, stop doing that. I didn't come to you to clarify. I'm not stupid. Okay, now the trip to Nigeria. So I landed in Nigeria. Okay, boom. They have the driver person come pick me up. My manager came. Like, mind you, all this, I already set up my own stuff, but I'm like, okay, I need to go to Nigeria, to Ibadan first and go meet them. Out of, again, respect and love and trying to follow, custom and just be respectful. I go straight to Ibadan when I land. I go to Ibadan for I landed on Thursday, so I stayed, I landed on a Wednesday, and I stayed Thursday, Friday, and I had to leave on Saturday because I had a show. So I had to leave on Saturday for my show Sunday. So when I get to Ibadan, I meet his parents, his mom, his dad, his brothers. Like, they're all just so sweet. His sister-in-law, who is actually, like, out of all this, that is the one person that I am so, like, that's the only person that I still even have a relationship with and I speak with is her. An amazing woman, an amazing, well-cultured, articulated woman. And that's because she went to school in London and she came back. She was the only person who gave me an ounce of respect and dignity in that house. Okay, so I meet his parents, I meet his mother. I don't know if I'm the only person like this, but I've always listened to my intuitions. As soon as I met his mother, something was off. It was the way she looked at me. And I didn't even, my sister, I read energy, and the energy just felt like, she was smiling, but her aura was reading, it was reading me for filth. I didn't care. My people, I came, I out of honor of respect, I said, listen, whatever I'm feeling, I don't care, I'll do what I'm supposed to do. So I get there, I meet his parents, I meet his siblings, I go to their company factory, their family business. Again, if you guys remember, I told you I'm in tech. I've done implementation, supply chain, project management. I'm really in this shit. I've done like asset management, in the mining. So I've been in motherfucking that business. So when I get there, I'm like, oh my God, okay, these people have like a great business concept. But I'm seeing like, oh my God, they just need, they're doing African business.
Let me translate to y'all what she's saying, okay? Those of y'all who didn't catch it. So she talking about project management and also to try to make it sound good, right? But in reality, all this girl is doing is Bitcoin mining. And she's sitting up here thinking that is a flex. That's all she doing. Those of y'all who are familiar with Bitcoin mining is on the same level of being in the stock market, pretty much. That's pretty much. The only difference is that you're using cryptocurrency, okay? So it's either hit and miss. You're either going to make money with it or you're not. In most cases, people either break even with it or they end up losing money, especially if you put down a very fraction of the investment. Now, if you put down a huge investment, then more likely you're going to break it even, or you may end up making a lot, depending on how good you are in that stock market, especially in cryptocurrency. But that's what she's talking about. She's trying to make all that sound like she does doing great. I'm a project manager of what? Cryptocurrency. That's what you're doing, man. So stop the cow, girl.
I'm like, shit, this is one of the things I've been passionate about in my life, is that I really, 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 really want to help elevate Nigeria. That was one of my goals, is to move back home to Nigeria. I'm going to bring back that move back to Nigeria thing for you guys. That's one of my biggest goals in life, is like, I really want to see my country do better. And one of the things that my country is lacking in everything that they do is not that Nigerians aren't smart, it's structure, order, and organization. Operationals, they suck. So as soon as I land, my people, I don't see opportunity. I said, oh my God, these people, this is amazing. Like, I can give them what I've learned. Within me being there, like, that day, I talked to the dad. He gave me a tour of the factory. I asked him so many questions, like, what is your scalability? What is your, where are you guys trying to go? Let me see the companies. What I was super like, and he could tell because he was telling me all the things, his dreams, whatever. And I told him, okay, Daddy, don't worry, give me time. I'm gonna look at this. I want to help you guys. I think you guys can do billion-dollar business here. Let me see what I can do. I'm gonna leave it at that because this goes deeper. So now we're at me landing in Nigeria and meeting the family. Part 5 coming too.
So hold up. So she's up here trying to give them business advice, right? And their business is already established. Obviously, if they're a prominent, wealthy family. So,
Hey guys, so I'm back with part 5. I want to tell you guys this story while I make some Togolese pepper sauce. So stay tuned. Okay, so I feel like I need to fill you guys in on something. I forgot to mention that in all this time while we were I asked them to ask for the money for the house. My husband also reached out to them and said, hey, she's coming into Nigeria. Again, you guys, I live in the States now. I haven't lived in Nigeria since I was almost like 12 years old. And my parents, is here in America. So I don't really have any connections beyond my manager in Nigeria. And the connections that I have in Nigeria, I can't use because I'm married. And it's like men that I used to fuck with, or niggas that's trying to fuck with me. Because, I mean, don't let this fool you. I'm cute as fuck. I'm cute as fuck. And I'm 6 feet. Niggas really want to breed me. But anywho. So
Hold on. She's 6 feet tall? What the hell? God damn. I never would have guessed in a million years that this girl's 6 feet tall, man. God damn.
What?
I couldn't really do. I've been to Nigeria. This is not the first time I've been to Nigeria. The last time I went to Nigeria, I was dating a CEO of a bank. I flew in first class, had a driver, landed at the airport, had 20,000 cash handed to me. I've never done a get out. And listen, the people in this bitch know me. Yeah, I've never done a get out. But now I'm married, and I understand that, like, when I married my husband, I understood that my husband wasn't rich. I didn't expect the same level from when I was dating the CEO of a bank. From him, who's an up-and-coming guy, you know, I didn't expect that. But the thing that really was different is, like, this is people who brag about, or, like, not even, I'll say brag, but present themselves to be this. Remember when I told you guys about the quotation mark? So I didn't feel like I was asking for too much to say, hey, help me out. I'm coming into the country where you know I don't have any connections. I don't know people. Help me out. I am your daughter-in-law. Future.
So here's the thing that I disagree with this, right? She said that her husband was not wealthy, you know what I'm saying, but he came from a wealthy family. You know what I mean? So she didn't have a lot of expectation for her husband to provide for the certain type of things that she desired, right? But yet and still, she married this dude. And I want y'all to think about this. She married this dude, knowing good and well that this dude didn't have a lot of money personally on him. So you should be asking yourself the question, if she knew that, right? If she came from a background of dealing with millionaires and billionaires, dudes dropping their 20K to her right off the bat just because she looked good, right? If all that was happening, right, why in the hell did she marry this dude who is broke? Why would you do that? Because that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. The answer to that question is because she married that dude, not because he was broke. She married that dude because of his family. She married that dude because of his family. She married that dude because she knew that dude's family was a prominent, wealthy family. And she wanted to utilize that family to get what she want. But the thing about it is that the mom, the sister, and everybody else see right through her. They see right through her. So they giving her a hard time. They giving her pushback. And now she's sitting up here trying to be the one to say that they the one who toxic. They the one who want treating her wrong. But now, sweetheart, you came into this whole entire relationship being a gold digger. That's how the way I see it.
Mother to your fucking grandkids. I'm not pregnant. I'm just doing that just to, like, give reference. Hell no. Thank God I got out of this with no fucking baby. Ooh, on my period right now. Anyway, so my husband reached out and asked them, can they get me a car so I can move around? And I didn't ask for any bougie car. I just wanted transportation so I can move through Nigeria, because Nigeria isn't somewhere you can't have transportation. Again, you guys remember, everything I'm asking my husband is not because I'm trying to be bougie or think I deserve it or whatever. I would have done it and I could have done it, but I was respecting the fact that I was married and my husband had the means to do it through his family. So I'm asking him.
Listen to what she said. He had the means to do it through his family. Now, she didn't give this dude the expectation to man up. She is literally allowing this dude to be a beta male.
Beta!
She's not giving the expectation like, hey, bro, look, we're married and we need you to step it up. We need you to step it up where you could protect and provide. Because that is the whole point of this, is that I'm here with you, and you need to protect and provide for me. That's it. But if you're not giving him that expectation, you're not giving him that requirement to do that, guess what? He's not going to do it. But yet it's still you making him be the spokesperson for your overall agenda, which is to use and abuse that family. And now you're saying that the family is toxic, but the family is not toxic. It's you. You're the one who using that family. Well, at least you're trying to attempt to use them.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to wash this and come back. Okay, so now, before I get to Nigeria, I asked them about this car thing. My husband asked his parents about the car, and they were like, yeah, they didn't give a yes or no. And I think that's what always upset me is like, they never gave responses. Their responses was like, yeah, we'll get it done. And then if they didn't happen, then it's like, I'm getting mad. If I feel some type of way about the fact that something didn't happen, then I'm wrong. Okay, continue. So when I landed in Nigeria, I told you guys, I met the family, everything seemed right. The mom gave me really weird feelings. Listen, she just gave me weird feelings, okay? But I'm like, hey, it's because Nigerians have this thing that they judge American-born kids, not just African-American. Like, if you're a Nigerian and you're born in America, they make fun of you or they see you as stupid. I don't know how to explain that to people, but like Nigerians think we're stupid here in America, but at the same time, they're trying to come to America. At the same time, they send their kids to America. At the same time, they give no respect to American kids or American people beyond the white-skinned people, which is so stupid. But again, it's like backwards racism. I don't really understand where they're at. Okay, so
Yeah, what she's saying, that is true. That's why I stated to y'all earlier about Africans. They literally, I put it this way, y'all, and I'm gonna be real about it. A lot of Africans are racist as hell with African Americans. They're gonna be real with y'all on it. I experienced it firsthand. They really are. They really believe that they're better. A matter of fact. Those of y'all who watched the first Black Panther movie, not the second one, but if those of you who watched the first Black Panther movie, okay, that first Black Panther movie gave in detail how the way the African race treats African Americans. Y'all think I'm playing? Go back and watch that movie, Black Panther. Don't watch it for the entertainment part. Don't watch it for the Wakanda Forever bullshit. But go and literally watch that movie with a different perspective and understand the whole point of that movie. The whole point of that movie is because that King T'Challa, was racist as hell against his own people. That's what it was about. And that was clashing against one another. That's what it was about. That's what the whole movie was about. But a lot of people look over that, right? Because it was just another, oh my God, it's a black movie with black people, with black casts, and you just seen that part. But when you look at the truth behind it, that's what they talking about on that movie. It literally talks about how the way that the Africans literally through the one transatlantic slave trade, the Africans gave over the Black Americans to the colonizer. That's literally what happened. And so a hero had rise for the African Americans, right, to try to fight for the people, which was Killmonger. That was the whole point of the movie. That was what it was about. But let's continue.
I understood and I really knew this going in that there might be a cultural difference. And then I'm Igbo, and then this family I'm the first Igbo to come. They're purebred. They're a purebred family, no mixture, nothing. I'm the first.
Oh, and the second movie is about the same African people fighting against Hispanic people. All right.
First one. Okay. And I'm like, okay, I gotta respect myself even more because I'm Igbo. I must come in here and carry myself properly. Okay. So I stay with the family, I meet with the brothers, I, meet the kids, the nieces and nephews. So it was a good trip. I enjoyed it. I got to see Ibadan, things of that nature. And while I'm there, I'm talking to the dad about my husband and the future plans, and they know, I don't know if he knows actually, he didn't know, I'm sorry. I explained to him that I wanted to move back and relocate back to Nigeria with my husband, which is one of the reasons why my husband and I really connected, is we both want to move back to Nigeria. And I'm a big supporter of Nigeria, helping my country, like moving back, you know? So the father is telling me how he's getting older, you know, and like, yeah, he really wants my husband to move back home. But my husband is the one who doesn't want to move back home. And his brothers are telling me how they don't know why he's still in America and he needs to come back home. And I was like, well, don't worry, I'm going to do my parts and make sure that he comes home. As I'm there, I told you guys how I also noticed like their business structure, and I'm like, damn, these people have a great opportunity. They deal in soybean, palm oil, soy oil, I want to say, plastics, agriculture, like herd and cattle and all that. They have like 5 different sectors that they do in their business. So they're pretty good company. And then as I was talking to the dad, I'm like, he's showing me, I'm seeing like they have little things that here in America I've done for companies, like building out their website, you know, getting them inventory, I told him, I'm like, you guys can really go into, you know, commodities trading here. I have some contacts in commodities because the naked bitch that I am, they seem to forget that like I really does this shit, this real corporate shit. I just tapped into rap 2 years ago. Like I'm not stupid. So I'm like, listen, I can help you like really, you know, supply chain this whole situation, all your operations. And I think you can really pull in money the same as the Chinese that are, you know, supplying half the world. Like you guys can really do this. And like you're organic, like you guys could really do this shit. The dad is like, you know, yeah, you know, like, it's like pulling teeth. I'm like, okay, maybe, you know, he just thinks I'm talking. So I call my husband. I'm like, hey, babe. I call one of my friends who's a developer. I'm like, hey, I'm in Nigeria. I can't really do much. Can you guys design a new website for your family? Like I talked to my husband. I'm like, you guys are really like struggling here. This is conversation I had with the family about their business structure. So we built a design for the website. I showed them like, hey, you guys could do this, implement this. Your website is outdated. And if I were to bring you into the commodities trade, put you on LinkedIn, your LinkedIn isn't up to date. Like people would need to see the reason why you would be like, if you're going to compete outside of Nigeria, you need to bring up your gameplay, all that. As I do all these things now and I'm with the family, everything seems okay, my people. I'm thinking, okay.
Just imagine, once again, you being the CEO of a company and the employee will come up to the CEO and tell them that, hey, I want you to do this thing a certain way. And that business structure been working for them all this time. Just imagine at the same time that this same woman is dating the son of the CEO, right? And she sit up here literally manipulate the son of the CEO to try to manipulate him to try to convince his father to do a certain type of, say, business plan for her benefit. Just imagine that. How would you feel about that? I'll be in a cuss the woman out for real. Like, look, what we got going on, we're fine. We're good. She's talking about, no. You need to expand your horizons to go international. What if they don't want to go international? What if they want to keep it in Africa? What if they don't want to deal with no trading, no other place but Africa? Africa is a huge country. So why in the hell would they want to expand their horizons other than Africa, where they set up buying, selling, and trading within the country? Why would they want to do that? Why would they want to go beyond that when they're doing great? But her modern day woman mentality, she thinking that, well, I know more, so I want them to do more for my benefit. No, ma'am.
We're good. Now my 2 days comes. I have a show on Sunday. I told you guys I was there. I landed on Thursday. I was there Thursday, Friday. Saturday I needed to leave because I had a big show on Sunday, Lagos. Lagos is about an hour and a half away from Ibadan. So now, before even Saturday comes, the Friday night, I told the dad, I'm like, hey, please, I asked him about the car. He's like, yeah, we're going to get it for you. Okay, Saturday comes. And I'm like, okay, is the car ready? The dad's like, oh, no, like, we don't have the car. My people, remember, I'm here on tour, and I have, like, pre-scheduled shows, events, and I'm, like, at this point, I finally got, like, a second job. Again, I feel like I missed out on something. After I got laid off, I was able to get another job right before I was able to go to Nigeria. And, like, another job is being, like, I was making about $12,000 a month. Like, that's how much I make on my level, my experience, my degrees. That's how much I make a month. And that's after taxes. Okay, so I'm not a bum bitch, not a broke bitch, not a loser, not using them for money like you guys all think it is. This is just customary. I didn't have a fucking wedding. I didn't ask for too much to say help me, and at the same time doing everything to help their son get situated too.
So it's the entitlement for me on the cool though, because if she had all this, why she couldn't get her own car? Why she couldn't do that? Why she could take her one American currency and transfer that over to Nigerian currency or African currency, whatever they call it, right? Transfer that over and get her own vehicle if it was that serious. But like I say, it's an entitlement for me on the cool though. She feel like since she's married to this dude that she's just entitled to it. And if they didn't want to do this thing, then there's something wrong with them.
So I get to Nigeria and I'm like, okay, the car Saturday, the dad tells me, oh, the car isn't ready. And that don't worry that they're gonna get it. So they get the driver to drive me to Lagos. I end up getting back to Lagos. The driver dropped me off. I end up missing my show on Sunday because the car was needed to transport around and I didn't plan on them not having the car, so I didn't have a backup option. So I ended up missing my show. But I said, it's okay. Everything happens for a reason. You know, this is just the beginning of just like my trip. Let me not.
Yeah, the reason why that happened is because you wasn't planning in advance. You didn't make your move. If you knew that your husband could provide for the certain type of thing that you needed, that should have been his responsibility, you should have went on and did what you had to do to make it happen. I'm just saying, but like I say, it's an entitlement for me.
Anything to it, you know, they're busy. It's Christmas time coming up. You know, they're just, you know, really busy. That car situation, come back for part 6 and I'm gonna tell you how that car situation landed us here. Because in Nigeria, when this happened, I should have left my husband in Nigeria about this car thing. I should have left my husband because his family almost killed me. And I'm not saying that figuratively, I mean literally almost fucking killed me because of this car thing. Come back for part 6.
So now she's sitting up here allegedly saying that her life almost ended over a car situation. Man, boy, I tell you, you just cannot make this stuff up, y'all. Okay. But salute to everybody who's watching the stream right now. We're watching this on young lady. She decided to marry this African dude. Allegedly, her African husband was part of a permanent wealthy family. And she had this expectation that since she's married, that not the husband, but the husband family should do all these different things for her. To be honest with y'all, this video really should be entitled How to Fumble the Bag. To be honest. Because all she had to do is play ball, be respectable, be nice, be pleasant. And I'm pretty sure that the family probably would have provided for it if she would have built a relationship with her husband, mother, and sister and rest of the family. I'm pretty sure that they would probably have supported her for real. Pretty sure of that. But like always, these type of women, they don't like to take responsibility. They don't like to take responsibility nor accountability whatsoever. But it is what it is. So we're gonna go to one part 6, y'all. Here it is, y'all.
Okay. You guys are attacking me. Listen, it's not my fault. I know be Tisa, Risa Tisa. I'm doing this thing, okay? So just be patient with me, people, okay? Part 6. So something I keep forgetting I need to explain to you guys is that I need to bring my parents into this. So if you remember, I told you I don't have a good relationship with my parents. I am my mother's failure of a daughter, you know? Like, I'm the black sheep. I'm the one who just didn't go down the course I was supposed to go in life. You guys will just be my entertainment as I take out my hair. I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. So,
well, one of the most annoying things that women do on TikTok, and me personally, this is just my pet peeve. two of the most annoying things that women do on TikTok. One of it is what she's doing right now, where she literally taking down her hair and doing her hair while she's doing the TikTok. That's the first thing. The second most annoying thing that women do is when they be on TikTok doing the story time, that they be stuff putting all this makeup on and getting dressed and stuff. That is the two most annoying thing that women do to me personally. And it is weird that you would sit up here and do something like that in front of thousands of people that you don't even know, and you just comfortable in doing that. That is so weird to me. Putting on your makeup, sitting up here getting dressed, and all kind of crazy stuff. So,
This Nigeria trip was actually supposed to be as well. My mom was supposed to do, my family is supposed to do the traditional wedding. So I'm Igbo. So Igbo people, we do Ibanko. They call it Ibanko. So we're supposed to do my Ibanko, which is supposed to be like, that's when you know you're married. We did the American wedding, but we haven't done the African wedding. And they haven't paid bride price, so technically we're not yet married by not our Nigerian customs. So my parents would have to do that with his parents, all that stuff. So this trip Nigeria was supposed to be that as well. My parents were planning my trad wedding, and I was supposed to go to the village and go do my wedding. So now let's go further into this from here. So my wedding was supposed to be that December, end of December. And my whole family's there. My sisters flew in, my mom flew in, and my husband's family, we're going to fly to the village to where I'm
well, wait a minute, hold up. Did she not say that they never had a wedding? So what was she talking about?
from, because they have to come and do like the Ibango there, meet my lineage, my ancestry, bloodline, all that stuff. And Africans are very traditional. I love that. That's one thing about my culture. I know go remove them ever. So again, I told you guys this car thing was the trigger. So now I'm in Lagos, and I remember I told you guys that we were supposed to have the car before because I had shows coming up. I was supposed to go perform, and I had like a lot of big shows, opportunities that were there for me as being like one of the first African rap girls that is popping. Like I was like up and coming, but I'm like making buzz, and I'm independent. So like even more is like an independent African Igbo rapper. Like it's just something that people haven't really had before. So as I'm there in Lagos, I'm staying in Lekki Phase 1. So as I'm staying in Lagos, I missed my show on Sunday because I didn't have the car. So I tell my manager, okay, let's push everything we have to do. Let's push it till Thursday that week. Let's push it.
So why the manager didn't have transportation? That's what I'm wondering. Why your manager didn't have transportation? Your manager is broke too, or what's going on with that? That's weird.
Let's just give it time so that they can get situated. So now that Thursday comes, I spoke to my husband prior to. I said, babe, this is what's going on. You know, can you check with your family and see what's going on with the car? He's like, yeah, he's gonna do that. He never did. He said he did, but he never did. So Thursday comes now, guys. Remember, it's been now solidified a week I've been in Nigeria. Now, this weekend coming up, I had a lot of big opportunities, radio events, Wazobia Radio. I had a lot of stuff I had going on. So this wasn't like one of the weekends where I could really move things, because I'm paying for all this stuff. Because people think you get into music and you just begin an opportunity. No, bitch, you got to pay for that opportunity. My people, you have to spend money to make money in this thing. I don't just go and just get in there. I have to pay my dues and get my spots on the radio. I'm dropping.
Wait a minute. Hold up. So, okay. So she's saying that she got to pay her dues in order to get her stuff on the radio, and all these different things, right? So that means that she has money. That's the only way that can happen, if you have money. So if she had money and she's investing that money into that, would it be logical for her to invest in getting a car, because that's part of her, you know what I'm saying, her career, being a rapper, whatever the hell she's trying to do, right? Would it make sense for her to do that as well too? So now I'm calling bullshit on a lot of stuff she's saying.
It's bullshit.
I am. I'm honestly believing that this woman probably literally had money on her and she just did not want to spend her money. That's how the way I'm seeing this now. She had money and she just didn't want to spend it, but she wanted her husband, family to pretty much sponsor her whole entire trip there and sponsor her whole entire show and everything. Like,
I'm dropping a single, so I even have to go push it. Okay, so I get there Thursday. I reach out to the mom, and I'm like, okay, you know what's going on? You know, is the car ready so my manager and I can go pick it up from Ibadan? Again, remember Ibadan is an hour and a half away, and you guys in Lagos, to get from Lagos to Ibadan is no easy task. That's at least a 4-hour trip just to get from where I live in Lekki to even leave the island, go to the mainland, from the mainland go to Ibadan. That's at least 4 hours of traffic, if not more. You get. So this wasn't going to be an easy thing. This is like basically I have to cancel a whole nother day just to go pick up the car that was supposed to be ready. Okay. So I reach out to the mom. I'm like, hey, you know what's going on with the car? She's like, oh, she doesn't know that I need to talk to daddy, that he's the one who's handling the car, that I need to call him. So my people, I said, okay, no problem. I called the sister-in-law. She goes, oh, I thought the car was already ready. They have a bunch of cars. Again, they have a bunch of cars. If I didn't tell you guys, they have a bunch of cars, and I mean bunch of cars, from Range Rover 2023 to Lexus truck 2020.
how does she know that they got all these vehicles? Like, what the hell?
God damn.
But once again, y'all see why I keep reiterating that this woman literally just up here trying to use this family to try to get what she want out of them. Y'all see why I'm saying this, right? Because every single time she's not taking accountability, nor she's not challenging her husband to be a man and to provide these certain things for her. She's not doing that. She's only focusing on the family.
23, like brand new whips all through, and I don't mean 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6 cars, people. Even to the point that I later found out that the mom has a car dealership, 2 of them. But hold on. So I'm like, okay, let me reach out. So I reach out to the dad. I'm like, hey, daddy, you know, I'm kind of still stuck here. Is the car coming? He's like, oh my God, yeah, that he has, you know, he forgot. He's going to start looking for the car. He hasn't even done anything about the car. My people, I'm like, you know, like, and the thing that really upsets me is that, like, they weren't taking what I was doing in Nigeria seriously, because if I was coming there now and it was like, you know, I was doing something that they considered important or they considered valuable, I'm sure they would have moved. But because it was music and it's just rap, it's just fucking music. What does it matter? What does she need?
No, it's not because of the music, because it's rap. It's because they just seen how she is. They just seen through her. And so they being nice to her, but in a sarcastic, rude way, because they honestly don't want to do nothing for this woman, because she ain't doing nothing. All she's doing is begging at this point. This is what she's doing.
Car for just to go do music and be in clubs and be drinking and showing her body. That's how they saw it. They didn't actually see it as a business thing, you know. And mind you, I'm self-funding. It's not like that. Like all the stuff I'm doing is their son that's doing it though. I'm self-funding. I'm self-funding. Okay.
Notice what she said. She said that she's self-funded, meaning that she got money, but she don't want to spend her money because she feel entitled that the family should be doing it for her to be our sponsor.
Now we continue. So as this whole thing is happening, I budgeted out from my $12,000 a month I'm making. I budgeted out to, you know, do what I have to do back home as well. Because as much as I want to be sprinkle, I understand that my husband isn't financially fully there, and it takes 2 to tango for right now. But we gonna get there. So I pay bills as well. So continuing from this story. So the little money that I had left over after I paid bills with him is supposed to be used as expenditure for my music. And from what we had planned, we were going to be comfortable. There was not going to be any stress budget-wise for me going to Nigeria to taking care of, you know, what needs to be done at home. There'll be no stress at all. But these people and this car thing fucked. I went into debt because of this situation. Because of this situation, I went into debt. So that
How did she go in?
Thursday, I called the dad and I'm asking him, hey, where is the car? He's telling me he doesn't know. I called my husband. I said, babe, you know I have this weekend. I have a bunch of shows coming up and interviews and press tour I have to do. Please, I need this car. Please call your people and tell them, because it seems like I'm bothering them now that I'm asking about this car. But the problem is now is at the peak of Nigeria, at the peak of everything. This isn't something where I can now easily go find a car. And even if I would use my contacts, because I told my husband, if they're not going to give me this car, I have to reach out to my people I know. You won't like it, and it's going to come off disrespectful now if your people find out that I hit up my ex-boyfriend or I hit up some niggas that want to fuck with me to get them to send me a car. It won't look right. And because I respect you, my guy, don't let me go and do something that's disrespectful, because I have to survive out here. I'm in Nigeria by myself. Nothing.
And once again, she keep on reiterating that she got options. That she literally got options. At any given time, she can use her options. But she don't even have to do none of that because she have money, but she just don't want to spend her money. That's what it's boiling down to. She honestly do not want to spend her money, and she feel entitled to the family and their money. That's what it's about, y'all.
My husband, he said he's going to call his people. Whatever he did, I don't know. So then, as like the week is coming, like now I have to go in my thing. It starts Friday. I get my manager to borrow a car for me, you know, and I have to pay for that. Money I didn't budget for that. Money that was supposed to go into my music, I had to go ahead and spend it for that. Okay. So we manage, we get car, we're moving around, up and down, moving around. So now Saturday comes, or Saturday or Sunday. Anyway, I just know I ran through the weekend in the borrowed car that I came in. I was able to get. So now Monday comes and I reach out to the mom, because this whole time I'm like, you know, I'm trying to do the appropriate thing of speaking to the parents. It's not the siblings that I should be speaking with. I am not married to the siblings. I'm married to my husband, and the people that raised him are his parents. I'm thinking I'm talking to the mother, giving her the...
Wait a minute. Hold up. She said that she's married to the husband and the parents. What the hell?
God damn.
Hold on. I never heard that before. I never heard that before. Through my understanding, when you get married, you're only married to your husband, period. How in the hell are you married to the husband and their parents? How? How's that even possible? Like, what the...
What?
God damn.
Shut your damn mouth.
Wow.
Respect that it's her and I speaking, right? I'm his son's wife. So next thing I know, I call my husband. I'm like, it's Monday. Your mom, no one is giving me any feedback on this car thing. Please ask them to tell me if they won't give me the car. At least tell me so I know what I'm doing. My husband tells me that, oh, you know, he spoke to his brother. And then now I'm starting to come off like entitled, like I'm entitled to a car.
Yes, you are acting like you entitled to a car.
That's bullshit.
Absolutely you are. Like they just owe this to you, but they don't. They'll not give you nothing.
My people, that's when my head flipped. I'm entitled to a car. I'm entitled to transportation. I'm entitled for something that I said, tell me yes or no so I know what I'm fucking doing. Do you understand? This 10 minutes, it goes by so fast when I'm trying to get you guys on the shit that happened within almost a fucking 4-month period. Please bear with me. Come back, part 7. Hey guys, I'm back. And this is part 7 of how to get married and divorced in 1 year. African style. Got my hair done. Bad bitch status. We outside, okay?
All right, she got her hair done. She got more one tracks and stuff in her hair, so you know. Let's go.
So I left off and telling you guys about how my husband called me and told me that his brother was telling him that I came off entitled because I was asking about the car. My people, I really got mad. My head done broscata when I heard that. Entitled? Entitled to transportation? entitled to at least, okay, maybe not even a car, at least giving me, saying, no, we won't do it. So I know what I'm doing. So that was kind of like where our first fight started. I told my husband, I said, how can you have the audacity to even try and make it an entitled thing? You know what I'm doing out here in Nigeria, no big game. You know I'm out here trying to hustle, trying to build a future for us. Even as much as this is my rap career, this is also him. You get me? This is also him, and him wanting to be his own person now. When he's ready to start his own company, his own business, when I've made it in my life and I have the money, is he going to go to his father to get the money, or is it not going to be his fabulous wife who will help him start the business? Okay. So now
That's bullshit.
get into this huge fight. As we're doing this, remember I tell you guys I had shows. So I end up missing another fucking show. My people, I am so vexed. I am so pissed off. Money I've paid, I'm moving around. I can't even move it. Someone asked me why didn't I call it Uber. Nigeria at this time is not safe. Like Nigeria last year, not that it's really ever safe around Christmas, and it's not, but it's even worse. Like Ubering around, it wasn't safe. And especially late night when I go to my shows in the club or performances, driving back. People, let me tell you what you don't know about Nigeria. There's something called police, right? Those policemen are not good men. They rob you, they'll kill you, ditch your body in a fucking ditch. These people are crazy. Like really crazy. Like to the point that when I would stop in Nigeria, like I couldn't, my jewelry, I had to hide my jewelry and make sure I had a jacket every time just so that they didn't, stop us and come with issues. I couldn't even talk in my American accent when I got there. I was speaking, straight Igbo, soft ma. You feel me? I had to really bring out my Africanness so they see I'm not anything to come and rob. Okay. This is everything I'm doing by myself in Nigeria. I'm not complaining. Now, let's continue. So I told my husband, I said, listen, okay, I've heard you. So now I call his mom. And I'm like, listen, mommy, like, I'm please begging you, just tell me. If the car won't come, it's okay. Just let me know so I know what I'm doing. She's like, no, I'm going to talk to daddy. I think he already has a car for you. No, like, reassuring me that I'm being dramatic. Like
So why she keep constantly begging for this car? If they haven't given this car to you, and how long this been? Almost nearly a month now. They haven't given this car to you. Common sense would tell you that you're not getting this damn car, period. Common sense would tell you that abandon this whole idea. Abort immediately, because it's not going to happen. Just give up. Just give up and be done with it. And do your own thing. You say that you this strong, independent black woman, whatever it is that you got going on. You say you be earning $12K a month, whatever. Use your $12K a month and get your car. What's so hard about that? I don't understand that.
Car is coming. It's just that they're busy. And then she tells me that, they have to register the car. It's going to take another week to register the car and get the car to me. Another week? What? Hold on. Okay. So I say nothing. I said, okay, don't worry. So I hit up my manager. I said, okay, let's keep borrowing car. And we'll try to make shows however way you can manage. We get there. Okay. So now, around... all this is going, let me tell you guys actually what I'm missing a thing that led to the conversation with his mom where she finally came into them actually getting in the car. Before we got to where I call his mom, I got arrested in Nigeria because of this car thing. So
wait a minute, what? You got arrested?
What?
We were late night. I went to a show. I missed the show because I didn't have a car. And by the time the guy who was borrowing us a car came to pick me up to take me to my show, I ended up missing the show. And guess what happened? We ran into those police officers I was telling you guys about. If you guys, anybody here that follows me on Instagram, they know I went live. Randomly, this group of police officers came out, stopped our car, and I was dressed for the nines, ready to perform my show that I missed. And then they were asking us for money, trying to harass us. And I went live because at this point, we offered them, okay, $50. Okay, here, leave us. They're like, no, they want more because they saw that I was an artist. My manager's like, they asked what we do with it. And my manager was like, oh, she's an artist. She's performing. So now they bring out their guns and I'm like scared. I'm like, oh shit, like I don't have my gun. So
Man, man.
That's bullshit.
How ironically she just did a live earlier talking about these alleged cops, right? How all of a sudden she and I run into these alleged cops and they harass her and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I think she capping on this one for real.
I'm like scared. My manager is like, you know, a little bit. He's calm. My manager is calm. And he's trying to de-escalate the situation. Me, I go live because I don't know about them in Nigeria. But at least if they're going to kill me, the world will see it. They go, see at least if they're going to kill me, they'll be fucking evidence. Then they saw that I was on live. So then they end up taking me to jail with my whole team. We slept in jail for the night. I'm calling my husband. I'm like, hey, listen, just in case anything happens. He's telling me that his parents, he doesn't think they have anybody in Lagos. Anybody that can help me in Lagos. I'm like, man, fuck that shit. I'm an American citizen. You know what? Call my lawyer. Here. I call my fucking lawyer here. An amazing man. Call him. He called his people in the embassy. He's like, listen, in 24 hours, if we don't hear from her, I'm going to go ahead and make some calls. Does she have her passport? Da, da, da. To be in Nigeria and know that I had family, but I didn't have family was crazy.
She set up here and said that she had a lawyer and her lawyer one called the embassy and everything, which that goes back to telling y'all that this woman got money, but she just don't want to spend her money.
Crazy. I had to really be a G. My street smarts and like movement had to really work. Thank God I'm like, I've had amazing men in my life. My ex calls me. He's like, okay, where are you at? I had my ex call. Now he calls my my manager to get together to come and call the people's boss to release us. My people, I told you shit was happening. So now, the next day, I finally get out of jail. I'm talking to the parents. They end up hearing that I went to jail. They end up hearing that I went to jail and everything. No one called me though. They called my husband. They didn't call me to ask me if I was okay. They called my husband, which I don't know why you're calling my husband in America when I'm here in Nigeria. People could have called me and said, are you okay? No one called me. Then my husband's like, oh, my mom was asking about you. She wanted to know what was going on. And the weirdest part is like the mom always did that. She would always ask him what's going on. But again, never called me to ask me.
Why would the mom want to call you?
Ask me what's going on. Okay. So I just told my husband, listen, I don't care about all this stuff. Please, I'm telling you right now, tell them to send a car. At this point, I'm depleted financially. I'm getting checks to checks, right? But in Nigeria, cash rules. They don't have debit cards or credit card systems because I don't have a bank account there yet. So everything I'm doing is hard cash. I'm depleted until my next paycheck. I'm stranded and depleted. Yeah, I forgot to tell you, as I'm doing all this, my people, though, I'm managing eating ramen noodle and egg. I mean, there's nothing. Nigerian ramen is crazy, but like, that's how much I was budgeting and being smart. I want you guys to know I was willing to be like a magnificent bitch and go out there and get this shit popping off. That was me.
Oh my God. Man, y'all, it does, this story does get a more and more entitled as she talked. The more she talked, the more she's sitting up here telling y'all how the way she truly is. And she's letting y'all how she ended up getting a divorce. And I'm pretty sure that at the end of the story that ultimately either the husband got tired of the bull crap and divorced her, or since she figured that his parents wasn't going to want to give in to her demands, they're like, you know what? Divorce this broad for real before we end up doing something to her. I'm just saying.
So at this moment, everything is going on. I call my parents. I tell them, Mommy, Daddy, like, something is going on with this situation. I explain everything that's going on with this situation. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable doing this wedding with these people in December. Like, let's move it back. I don't feel comfortable. My parents, because my mom is so eager to show off that her disappointment of a fucking daughter that I am. Married wealth. Married legacy wealth. She married money. She's so focused on like, no, we have to do the wedding. Your aunties are coming. Your cousins are coming. Blah, 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 blah. I said, Mommy, I'm telling you right now that something is going on with this family and I need you to be my mom. I need my mom and dad right now. Call. I want you to call them and ask what's going on. speak for me. That's your right. If it's not mine, because apparently, you know, I can't speak for myself. Apparently, I don't know. Speak for me. That's my birthright. Speak for me. My parents, I guess, whatever. I want to say they spoke to them or whatever. And eventually, they called me. They were like, listen, just make other alterations and plans. See if you can move around. They said they're going to get the car to you, whatever. I said, okay. So now, again, I get car. I finally get another borrowed car. I'm on the highway to go to an event, one of my radio performances. The guy's car that we borrowed stops us. Of course, Nigerian. Another one stops us. So now I'm stuck on the highway, on the bridge. If you like, right over the bridge, the Victoria Island Bridge. You go into the island. I'm stuck there. So I called the mom. I'm like, Auntie, listen, I've been really, really patient about this car thing. This is where I am now. I'm stuck. Remember I told you guys she has a car dealership thing I never knew about though. So at this point, I'm feeling like, oh my God, like maybe they think I'm really trying to use them for money. I may not have a lot of money, but at least let me get a car. If I have to just pay monthly on it, I'll pay. Please, I said, Auntie, please, I'll buy the car. Give me a car. I'll pay you monthly on it. I want a car. Don't even give it.
Why she doesn't say that to begin with in the first place? Look, I got money. You're part of the car dealership. Let's do business together. Let me go ahead and get a car with you. The reason why is because she felt entitled that she should get that car for free. That's why.
To me, as like, giving it to me, I'll pay. And she's like, oh, no, I don't want you to do that. I said, no, please, let me pay. Let me get the car. And this me pay for the car thing, I need you guys to understand that it wasn't just about her saying no. It's how she did it that changed the game. Wait.
Oh, let's find out how the game changed. Let's go.
Okay, so I left off on where at this point now with this car thing, I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to buy the car and do it monthly.
Oh yeah. By the way, this is not my audio. Apparently, she's not talking all the way into her phone or wherever she was using for audio. So let's let y'all know. So you may have to turn your device up a little bit.
The mom didn't just say no to me. And before we get to the actually saying no, let me break down the scenarios and the situation that happened. So as I'm on the highway, I told you guys I was stranded. So in Nigeria, I didn't have like I have a Wi-Fi thing. I didn't have my phone services. I had like the Wi-Fi because I didn't really want to go buy a phone. Like I had 2 phones. I just bought the MTN like Wi-Fi thing. I was using WhatsApp. It was dope. Like everything was fine. But now, as we're stranded on the highway, my battery is dying. I don't have service anymore. Like my MTN is dying. Like I probably had like maybe 10 minutes. The mom called me on the phone and she's trying to like talk to me about going to the car dealership that she owns. And there's where she puts cars in Lagos, where I am. In Lagos. She not told me that she had car places in Lagos that she could have sent my black ass to go get car. It was since in Ibadan. Okay, people. So she's talking to me on the phone. I'm like, listen, Auntie, my phone is going to die. Here is my manager's number. Please call that number and talk to him because my phone is going to die. Let me talk to you through his phone. Call this number. So my phone dies in the middle of our conversation. Phone dies. She calls my manager. My manager picks up and I take the phone. I'm talking to her. She's like, okay, go to this car dealership place over there. I have cars on the lot. Go pick out a car over there and go take a car. I'm like, okay, this whole time now, this is 2 weeks. It's been almost 2+ weeks at this time. I went around beginning of November. Yeah, around that time. I want to say that. No, ended because I went to Thanksgiving here. Okay, so right after Thanksgiving is when I left. So it's been like 2 now, going on 3 weeks. I've been now waiting and all the shows I missed, money I've missed out on. And now she tells me that she has a car dealership in Lagos that I can go pick out a car. Okay. So we get to Lagos, where the car place is. I'm on the phone with her, talking to her. And I'm like, okay, maybe they really think like because they have money and they think I'm a money hungry bitch that came to take their money. I'm like, okay, let me at least do, because again, I told you guys I'm making like $12,000 a month. After I pay bills back in America, I have about $7,000 to $8,000 cash on hand. So I can at least make monthly payments, even if it's just to pay them while I have the car and then when I leave for Nigeria.
So she have like roughly about 8,000 cash on hand, right? She could very easily just get her a cash card and just be done with it. Like, well, what the hell, man? She could have just easily got a cash card, just that simple. But nope, it's the entitlement part once again.
It'll be my husband's and I's car in Nigeria whenever we come into Lagos. So I asked her, I'm like, okay, auntie, don't worry, let me just buy the car. I didn't want them, because the thing I knew when I was going in, knowing that I was marrying into a successful family, is I didn't come for money, but I have dignity and self-respect. I have never in my fucking life been a handout bitch, ever. Anybody that knows me knows. When I left home at 18, my parents could only afford to give me $200. I worked. I fucking worked my ass off. I did so many fucking jobs while still going to school, playing volleyball, going to college, getting 3 engineering degrees. I was taking care of my motherfucking self. No handouts. When my parents' house burned out in New Jersey and my older sister, that's another story. I was the one who took my whole savings and put them in an apartment. I did it myself. I've never been a handout bitch. My people, I'm so sorry. I don't know what the fuck that was that happened. It just went silent. I'm gonna repost part 8. Continuing. So this is where I left off. I was telling you guys how I've never been a handout bitch in my life. So I asked her, I was like, you know what, auntie, don't worry. I want to buy the car. I'll do a monthly payment.
So let me tell y'all the reason why she's doing this story, telling us that she's not this handout bitch. The reason why she's doing that is because she's trying to manipulate y'all to say that she's not trying to use them for money. But in reality, that's what she's doing. A matter of fact, I'm pretty sure this where her mentality was at when she was in college. She was up here thinking that, man, I'm sitting up here working these jobs, working 2 jobs, whatever, right? So I'm going to put myself in a position where I no longer have to do this ever again. I'm never going to want to work this hard ever in my life. I'm going to position myself a certain way. I'm going to look a certain way. I'm going to find the right type of connections and everything. So I don't have to deal with this anymore. And that's what she's been doing. She's been doing this whole gold digging thing for the longest. All the way up until she met her alleged husband, right? Who she said he was broke, right? Which she keep re-emphasizing over and over again. Her husband broke, but his family is wealthy. Now, throughout this story, once again, she never really talked about her husband. She didn't talk about why she fell in love with him. She didn't talk about their love language or anything like that. For the simple fact that she's up here using this dude for his family. That's where it boils down to. This
woman looked at me and said, oh no, if you don't have the full amount, we're not going to do payments plan. She's saying this like I'm just some random person asking her. Like I'm not the wife of her son. Like,
yeah. See, you know what I'm talking about, dog. All of us have had that moment where life hit us hard. You know what I'm saying? Life hit us hard, and we get to that point like, man, I don't want to be in this bull crap no more. I'm tired of being a duck. I'm tired of it. So I'm going to come up with a plan where I no longer have to do this. Preferably with women too. Women would say that real quick. I need to get married so I can find a man for that man to do what? So that man could pay bills for you because you no longer want to pay bills. Say I'm lying. That's why a lot of women, I'm not saying that y'all who are watching, but I'm saying that a lot of your sisterhood have this type of mentality that they done went through that process of life. They done got them a little lawful apartment, whatever, right? They're simply paying 2 stacks a month, paying rent there. They have to pay additional almost like $500 something for utility bills. They have to pay additional $600 for a car note. They have to pay additional $200 or $300 for insurance. Then you have to pay about $300 or $400 for groceries. You know what I'm saying? So y'all literally be like, I'm losing all this money. I need help. Same line. And that's why a lot of women get married. Because they're like, hey, I don't want to do this by myself. I need to find somebody to sponsor me.
This shit blew my mind. I'm like, what? Is this like, am I having the same conversation? I said, I'm willing to pay for it. She said, no, if I wasn't going to pay the full amount, they weren't going to give me a car. So now at this point, I'm like, I said, okay, no problem. We ended up getting a car ride back to the house in Lagos. I just called my husband. I'm like, this is what's going on. Like, how can your mom not let me at least do a payment plan for a car? He's like, oh, that's her business. That's how she moves. She doesn't want to, she's not going to want to do that. And he's just validating it and justifying it. You guys, and I tell you, my husband really showed me Pepe. It doesn't matter if it's 3 months or 10 years at this, if I dated him. I'm so happy I did this. But in that situation, I blocked them. I had to block him because I realized, like, this man would drive me crazy. I blocked them. I call my parents. I tell them, listen, that wedding you guys are planning in the village, council.
So she got mad at her husband because he wanted to defend her crazy narcissistic ways. Block this dude. Man.
God damn. That's bullshit.
I no go be there. Me, my feet, cross arm, cancel arm. I said, mommy and daddy, something is going on with this family. And I'm dramatic. Mean in the sense of like, I've always been the one who calls out shit. African culture always has this thing where they just want to put everything on everybody always is fake and miserable, and it's always to show face. And my mom is just so fucking determined because of a useless goat that I am in her eyes to show off to everybody. And I'm like, mom, I'm not going to that wedding. You people can go marry each other, but me, my dignity. I may not have money come reach their level, but I have dignity. I know my fucking self. Oh. It's not me and them.
So she's up here saying that she got dignity, right? Now, throughout this whole entire story, she never at once said that she was in a toxic relationship. She never at once said that her husband was narcissistic or anything like that. Hell, she didn't even say that his parents was narcissistic or toxic or anything like that. Never throughout this whole entire story. But however, she's toxic as hell, for real. And a gold digger, for real.
People. I tell my parents, it won't happen. I can't go. I can't do it. I cannot. I refuse. All of the above. They're like, no, you have to come. My older sister, even called me to threaten me, like, how I'm an embarrassment to the family. How can I do this? That, like, I know the whole family's out there. Like, I'm speaking Japanese to all these motherfuckers. No one's listening to me. I'm speaking Chinese. I'm speaking Arabic. I'm not speaking Igbo or English. No one can hear me. I left them. I hung up my phone. I blocked everybody for the day. I went to my house to sleep because you will not stress me. You will not stress me. I came to Nigeria to do something. And it's not me and you people. You won't ruin my plans. You won't ruin my plans. I went to sleep. I woke up the next day. I unblocked my husband. We're still early in the marriage. So I'm like, let me refocus. And maybe the nigga was hearing me in Chinese yesterday, but I don't slept. I don't woke up. Now let me speak English. He calls me and tells me, that he spoke to his mom. And did I tell his mom that, the way he described it to me, again, I don't want to know if that's verbatim what she said, but how he described it to me is that his mom told him that when that the day before, that day, that I told her to talk to my manager from here on out. And like the way I did it was because I'm a rapper and I'm like, I think I'm so good. Like I don't want to deal with her anymore. And I told her to continue to talk to my manager. My people, I never said that. This woman, I told her, okay. I took my fucking ass home and went to bed. When did I say that? I called my manager. I said, what? I said to my husband, I said, right now, call my manager. God, he wouldn't call my manager. I said, before God and man, I never said that. Why would she say this about me? It was like she was trying to paint me out to think like, because I'm from America, like the way I'm 6 feet. Yes, I'm a scary bitch. And I know I'm with, like me, I don't like bullies. And you could tell my energy is real ferocious. You feel me? But to easily try to paint me, because yes, I'm the tatted up girl, the rapper girl, it's easy to paint me in Nigerian customers, like just being like in America, and they call them Americans. So they call them akata, which is basically like, I don't even know how to explain it. Just know it's derogatory. It's the same shit as nigga. Okay? It's akata, it's nigga. And that's how she paints me to be. And I told my husband, I said, are you mad? Is it madness? Has it come? Me, a whole me would tell your mother that. And he's like, oh no, you know, he just wanted to know. I said, for you to even open your mouth, I blocked them. Again, because I see now is, I think this man, I've always been mean since we got into this marriage. I don't play nonsense. My people, this car, come back. Because I'm telling you, I got the car. But now, let me tell you guys how I got this car. I feel it. Come back, part 8. I mean, part 9 is coming.
Hey, sure enough, you was damn right. Because this is some straight bullshit for real.
Bullshit.
And you want to know what's even more disappointing? What's disappointing is this dude that's constantly just been a beta male.
Beta.
The moment when she had blocked me the first time, we're being done. It's over. It's a wrap. I'm not calling and begging you or anything like that. And pretty much she blocked this dude to try to teach this dude a lesson, but that's part of that manipulation tactic. Now, she had called back. I've been a blocker. She'll try to call back and call back. I've been a blocker. You know what? I'll be extremely petty as hell. She's all the way over here in Africa, right? I'll be so damn petty with this woman. I'll leave her but over there in Africa broke. Where she had no other choice but to fly back to America. Don't call me. Don't call my parents. Don't call nobody. Everybody gonna block her. Well, she had no other choice but to take her butt back to America and do her rapping career. That's how the way I would be. But this dude, I'm not feeling because this dude being a simp too. Oh, Lord Jesus. But now let's continue. But we got we got 3 more parts to this, y'all. We be done, y'all.
Okay, guys, you guys are going to kill me the way you be attacking me in these comments. Make sure all these videos go popping so as an independent artist I can make some money off TikTok before they ban this bitch. So repost, support, tell people you know. Okay, anyway, last time I left off telling you guys about the car and where we were with the car. I told you about how the family wouldn't let me, or the mom wouldn't let me at least, you know, do a payment plan for a car because of...
Hey, if I was an actual therapist for real, y'all, licensed therapist, like for real, and she was telling me her whole story like this, I've been to cuss this woman that I know lie. I've been to told, I've been to cuss her out. I've been like, man, say, look.
Shut your damn mouth.
I've been went off on her for real. I've been lost my license over this old crazy holiday woman.
Their dealership is different than the one in America here, and Toyota to let me pay for my car. They're stupid. Anyway, so now let's get to the next part of this. I wish this situation stopped at just this. The disrespect or the disregard stopped at just this level. It did not. My people, it continued. So finally, they call me and they say they got a car. Now, I told you guys, my manager and I are pretty connected, so we could get registration done in 24 hours. I didn't have time for them to wait another week, as I've already missed shows. Let me tell you guys, I was supposed to open for Charlie Poppy and Odumodo. I was their opening artist. Missed it because I could not find... Like, by the time I got my ride, the guy who's borrowing me a car to come, I missed the fucking show. I've moved on. I've released that anger. I've released it. It's no longer a part of me. So let me tell the story with no emotion. Okay.
Wooside.
So when they finally reach out to me and they're like, oh, we got you a car. The car is ready. My manager's okay, bet, give us the information. Let's go ahead and get the car registered and get all the stickers or whatever. And then they tell my manager that they need the car to be put in my husband's name. Make sure that the car was in my husband's name. I'm like, what? My husband is in America. I'm driving the car in Nigeria. So that
I'm still trying to process this whole entire thing of why her husband is in America the whole entire time while she's over here in Africa. The only logical explanation that I could come up with is that, what I was saying earlier, is that she purposely went over here to Africa to try to pimp his family. That's the only thing I could think of. That's the only logical conclusion I could come up with. Period. Because other than that, it wouldn't make no sense for her to even be over there, especially when her husband is back in America. It's just weird.
I got pulled over. The registration really should be in my name, right? Because I'm the one that's there, and he's not there. They were like, oh yeah, they're very insistent on making sure the car is put in my husband's name. I said, Jesus, do these people think I'm trying to, like I'm trying to rob them of the fucking car or something? I asked my manager, I said, please send me a picture. I'm thinking, okay, maybe they sent a G-Wagon. Maybe they sent me, I don't know, maybe they sent the big body range. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they really said, after all this shit we put this girl in, let's at least send her off right. No, they sent me a 2009 Toyota. What the fuck is can't remember the fucking name. It's just the one that has the tire hump in the back.
Hey, sure enough, this woman here about to drive me to get some bourbon, man. I don't even drink during the week, but she about to get ready to drive me to get some type of drink for real, man. It does some bullshit all the way. I'm saying, man, because it's crazy for real. This some crazy stuff. Yeah, facts, Scorpio. Oh, Lord.
2009. Y'all, I drive a 2023 brand new VIP custom Prius here in America that I bought myself. Okay. So
she said up here, stop, as though there was something very astounding that she said. If that be the case, if she already got a car in America, and if it was that serious, why she doesn't ship her car from America to Africa, since she's balling like that, since she got that money, since she's about that life? Why not do that? Especially since she having a hard time getting a car.
Oh, they doing all this off of the pressure of a 2009 Toyota. I don't know what the fuck that this car is called, but I'm gonna put a picture of the car so you guys can understand what I'm talking about.
Man, what the hell? So you mean to tell me that this woman set up here and told almost a 10-part story about this little piece of shit car? Are you kidding me? What the hell? This woman sitting up here going all in over this little piece of junk car that she could have easily bought a cash car in America and flown it on to Africa. Or she could have went to any dealership in Africa and got a car like that. Like, what the?
I'm gonna put the picture up. Y'all, it was like slop of like disrespect. I called my husband, I was like, why are they being so insistent on putting your name on the registration of the car? Like, babe, you're not even here. Like, I'm the one driving this car. My manager and I are gonna be driving this car. Like, it's just gonna be like.
And listen to what she said on this part too. Now she's up here fighting them about the TTL. Okay. The reason why is because she wants this car to be in her name. The reason why she wants this car to be in her name is I honestly believe that this girl was physically ready to run game on this dude. I honestly believe that she's trying to get this car out of this dude so she could divorce, and she's going to use that divorce to say that, hey, this is my property and he can't take it from me. That's why I honestly believe that's what she's doing. Or attempting to do. But the parents seen through her bull crap. That's why they was giving her pushback on it.
He's like, oh yeah, they just want to put it in my name. Like, and I'm like, yo, my husband is really not understanding. Like, oh my God, the anger I have when I think about the situation, I block him again. Because I'm like, yo, this dude is really like, I'm starting to see.
She blocked him for the third time now, y'all, by the way. Over a car.
He really made major red flags on like my husband and how it comes to his family, and the fact that like it just seems like anything I tell him, anything that confirms his family, he always has a validation for their behavior. And has an excuse for what they're doing. And he can't even see the wrong in what they're doing. Like, he can't, like, it just seems like I'm an annoying nuisance, just complaining. Like, everything I'm telling him that's going on seems very, like, normal. Seems very, like, yeah, what do you mean? This is just who they are. This is just normal. What do you mean? People don't act like this for you? And I'm like, no, like, this isn't right. This is so fucked up. My people, we continue the story. So,
yeah, the crazy part about it is that my moderators, they know me. They know me very well. They know my mannerism and everything. They know that. And no, I am trying my best to be as neutral as possible on this situation. But man,
That's bullshit.
my manager goes ahead, gets the car registered. We get the license plates. We get everything registered. We go out to Ibadan. Again, remember, I'm telling you guys, I have missed shows. I've missed out on money. I've missed out on so much fucking shit because of this car thing. So now, just to go pick up the car. Now, I have to go pick up the car, which is another, like, whole day missed because I have to get out of Lagos, go all the way to Ibadan, which is, like, the sub-city. So we go pick up the car. When we get the car, we come back. The car is fine at first. The car seems good. I'm like, at least we finally have a car. We're moving. Then we get back to the house. We notice the car doors don't lock. We notice that the car, we had to go fix the gas tank because it was leaking. I spent, they gave me the car, and I spent another, $200, $300 to fix the car. And
oh man. You know what them parents will say? You know what? F it. Let's just give her the car. Matter of fact, let's give her the worst car on the lot. Like, they said they tired of your bull crap for real just tired of you. Here, just take this piece of raggedy junk and just leave us alone. God dang. So now she's up here complaining that she got to do maintenance on the car. Ma'am, this is all part of being an adult. I'm just saying.
it took me another 2-3 days of getting the car fixed, getting tires for the car. I did a lot for that car. And at that point, I really didn't have, I don't think I finished. I didn't have the energy to even go back and forth and just complain about the fact that the car was messed up, to complain about the fact that, the car wasn't working, all of this shit. None of it mattered. None of it mattered. I just said, you know what? Just shut the fuck up and just fix the car. Just focus on what you went there for. At least you have transportation. So we fix it and
keep in mind that they gave this car to her for free.
Kept pushing. So now we get to where everything just took a left turn. So I had to go to Ibadan, their city where they are, because I'm on radio press. So I had to go to Ibadan where they were to do a radio interview for one of the biggest radio stations over there in Ibadan. And I'm forgetting the name right now, but once I remember it, I'll put it in here. And I call and let them know, hey, I'm coming into Ibadan. I'm going to be on this radio station. I'm excited. I'm again, I'm thinking this is my family. This is my peoples. Let me, just let them know that I would be on the radio in the evening, around 5:30 or something like that, letting them know. And this is after business hours for them. So, there's no problem. And they listen to the radio anyway, so they could, tune in. So, we get in the car. We start driving out to Ibadan. And I told you guys I fixed, little things about the car. And we get on the highway. We're right on the highway. We're an hour out. Actually, yeah, we're about an hour out into Ibadan. The car stops. Boom. Stops us. Overheats. Done. And you guys remember, this is not America. There's no AAA. There's no nothing. I'm just in the middle of the fucking road. Just on the highway, Ibadan Expressway. I don't stop. Can't stop me. My manager and my team is out there. We're in the fucking blazing heat of Nigeria. Just stuck on the side of the road. Exhausting. So y'all, I'm on the side of the road. We call a mechanic. Like there's a way like my manager walks and finds a mechanic like on the side of the road. They sometimes have people who know how to fix cars. So they get the guy. He has a little mechanic shop. He comes in and he's looking at the car. He's like, yo, your engine is really, really bad. And like he's like, you know, there's some coolant thing that's supposed to be connected to the engine. It wasn't there. There was nothing. It wasn't there. Like there wasn't no thing connected to the car. And then the guy's like looking at the parts. He's like, hey, like you should not be driving this car. Like, I don't know all the terminology of the things that he said was wrong. But he was essentially saying that the car wasn't drivable. And he doesn't know why I'm trying to do long distance from Lagos to Ibadan. Like this car cannot even make it past just going to the right down the street. At this point, I knew it was sabotage. They were sabotaging.
Oh man, oh Lord. They're like, you know what, man, forget this. Let's just you they say, you know what? Forget it. This type of species does need to be terminated, period. I said, forget this. Let's just terminate this species altogether. We're tired of dealing with this whatever this is, this demon or whatever this is. So let's forget it. We're just going to give her a little Tonka car and hope that the brakes go out of that mug and she just fly off the cliff. Like, God damn.
Bullshit.
Oh, man. Say, she kept driving that car, it'd been game over. Oh, man. Whoa, man. Then she talk about, they sabotaged it. You think?
Sabotaging me. Like, I knew it was sabotage. And I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I call my husband. I'm like, going the fuck off. Because I'm like, wow, like.
Why are you calling him when you blocked him like 3 times? Just like I say, on the first block, they'll be in there. It'll be in a wrap for me. I'll be in the block her and kept it pushing. But this dude, such a beta, man.
Let me tell you why I know these people. Like, this is some sabotage shit. I knew they would not put my husband or any of the kids in this kind of car. I see the kind of car they ride around with in their own house. They did not give a fuck about me as a human being. Fuck who I am. As a person, I was worthless. Because what happened next shows me how worthless they thought I was of a person. So I reach out to the mom. I'm calling the dad. No one's answering. So I call, actually no, the mom answered. And I tell her, hey mom, like, I'm out here on the side of the road. The car stopped me. I said, Mommy, listen, like, something is wrong with this car. The mechanic guy who's here trying to help us at least maintain it said this car shouldn't be on the road. There's all these things missing. I said, you know, and the whole time she's been telling me like, oh, the car's at the mechanic getting fixed before we were getting the registration. I said, okay, so who's the mechanic that fixed the car? Like this, like go get your money back. I'm pissed for them because now I'm thinking like they didn't do this shit on purpose. It's probably the mechanic person, like, you know how Nigerians be rubbing people. She's like, oh man, I'm almost out. Y'all just come back for part 10. I'm so sorry. Just know they ended up trying to kill me. I want to tell you guys a story of how I almost died on this shit because I forgot to like, please just bear with me.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. So when I left off talking to you guys, I was telling you about how at this point I was stuck on the highway, Ibadan Express Highway. I call his mom. I'm mad for them because I'm feeling like they got robbed. They got played with by the mechanics in Nigeria because Nigerian mechanics, they play sometimes, you know? So I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm pissed. I'm like, who's the mechanic's name? I'm ready to go American style to fuck off on this mechanic. And before I even give you her response, I just want you guys to know that through this whole process, right, the mom isn't talking to me anymore. Like, I haven't had one conversation with her. I literally...
I can imagine why.
She only talks to my manager. She doesn't talk to me anymore. She doesn't call me. She doesn't text me. So me reaching out to her is because I'm stuck on the highway. At this point, I'm kind of like scared. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm scared of this woman. I'm scared because, one, I already have a mother who treats me like shit. So I don't really have the strength to have two who are already on my ass. I don't have strength. And I'm just trying my best because it's like, I feel like maybe she's that way with me because she feels like I'm trying to hurt her son, and she doesn't even know how much I love her son and I want the best for this guy. So I'm just kind of like, everything inside of me of how I would have reacted, which is going off, which is addressing the situation.
She don't love that son.
And she only spoke to my manager, so I was like, okay, at least there's communication. She don't want to talk to me. I'm getting the feeling that she really don't want to fuck with me, so let me just leave it alone. So then she tells me, getting back to the conversation where I'm like, okay, what's going on with the car? This is all the issues. She tells me, we only check the engine and make sure the ignition worked, like the start engine worked. That's the only thing we checked in that car, and then we washed it and sent it to you. I said, huh? I said, Mommy, you only checked the engine? Did you, check if the car was safe enough for me to ride in? She said it was good, as, the mechanic said it was good. I said, okay. I didn't even feel like going back and forth with her. At this point, it just seemed like, I want you guys to know that this whole time everything is going on, I feel like I'm fucking crazy. I feel like I'm losing my motherfucking mind. I feel like I'm in a movie, because I keep telling my manager, thank God my manager is here through this whole time. So, it's not even, one thing I'm saying, anybody can come and say I'm lying, because the whole time this is going on, my team is looking at me. My manager's looking at me he's like, what? He even said, what kind of family is this? Are you sure? You guys, I'm sitting on the highway. I call my husband.
So I'm once again, she said that she got the manager. She said that she got the team and all this. So you mean to tell me that her manager, the team, and everybody there, they all just broken? They couldn't collectively come together and purchase a vehicle, knowing good and well that they have a business to take care of. Mm-hmm.
I'm crying at this point. I'm exhausted. I'm hot and bothered. I have an interview. I'm about to miss my interview, and it's a big interview. I am mentally exhausted.
What interview? What the hell? What interview is she talking about?
Bullshit.
For what? For who?
At this point, I didn't know what to do anymore. So, the mom, my manager calls the driver who came and picked me up from the airport, their driver. And then I call my sister-in-law, my husband's brother's wife, and I tell her what's going on. She's like, okay, she's going to call her husband, let him know what's going on. She's going to call the mom and tell them so they can send a car to come get me, a tow truck to come get me. So I'm sitting on the side of the highway. I'm exhausted. My husband, I don't want to talk to him anymore. I tell him to talk to my manager. I don't want to talk no more. I don't know what's going on. And the thing that's so upsetting is every time I get on the fucking phone and tell him, this is not right. Your mom and dad gave me a car that all they checked was that if the car started. They didn't even want to know if everything in the car worked. They would not put themselves, your sisters, in this kind of fucking car and put them in this kind of danger. And the sun is going down now, right? And we have, some random police car pull up. And they're there. Thank God they came through, and they were telling us, hey, you guys need to move. You can't be here when it gets dark. This is very dangerous. I am scared, alone, hot, all of the fucking above, y'all. All of the fucking above is what I am feeling at this moment by myself. My little sister calls me on FaceTime, and I'm telling her what's going on. I'm like, listen, sis, I can't do this wedding. I can't do it. My little sister is the only person, my baby sister, last born, is the only person who had the mental composition to understand. She gets pissed. She's like, what's going on? Why are they treating my sister like this? What? She gets pissed. She's mad for me. I tell her, no, I'm going to call you later. So now we wait. I'm waiting. I'm hitting the dad up. I'm just trying to figure out where because now the car person is taking forever to get there. I have my interview. Ah, my goodness. I'm so mentally exhausted. So anyway, the so-called tow truck they brought for me, right, comes and arrives. Because, again, I told you guys I almost died. I got into a car accident. Let me show you. Let me show you the tow truck they brought to take me to this. I'm going to add it in here.
just say, hey, that is not no tow truck. They pulled up in a regular truck and they tied a piece of look like a piece of string. No, it looked like some clothes, right? They tied like a piece of shirt together. They tied a piece of shirt together, y'all. And tied it to the bumper of the car. Dang, what the hell? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Y'all got to see this. Hold on, man. Let us switch screens so y'all can literally see this for real, y'all. This crazy as hell. It's messed up, but it's funny as hell, too. Hold on, man. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Hold on, man. Hold up. I'm short to y'all. This boy crazy as hell, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. Let me find it. There it is. Can y'all see it? I'm trying to zoom in as much as possible. Hold up. Oh, Lord Jesus. Y'all see the little string right there? Oh, dang. Oh, man. Oh, my God. And there ain't even a tow truck. What the hell? Oh, man. Wow. Whew. Let's continue, y'all. Lord Jesus.
So now they bring this truck. This truck has ropes. 2 ropes. They attach 2 ropes to the fucking car. These are people who are like running companies, like big companies, not small ones. And the tow truck they had were 2 ropes to attach to the car and drag me down Ibadan Expressway while me and my team are sitting in a car. And as we're being dragged.
Yeah, me out, bro. I'm almost done, dog. I'm almost done with this. I didn't want to just do like 2 or 3 parts of this video. I'm just going to do it all in one show and be done with it.
My sister has the rope cut.
Because I got other shows to do.
Mind you, the brake doesn't work. Nothing works on the car. The car scoots off the highway. On Ibadan highway, it's kind of like hilly. If you were to like hit the edge, you can fall off. My people, the car went off the highway. And I'm telling you guys this highway because Ibadan highway isn't an empty highway. There's trucks, and Nigerian driving is not American driving. They don't stay in their lanes. I'm telling you, this is how I know the universe loves me.
No, sweetheart. Now, you know good and darn well that what they did was not safe at all. You know by common sense that there was a safe, but yet it's still, you allowed it to happen. And now you're simply trying to blame it on these people. No. You had a lot of options in this situation. You could have rolled in that little pickup truck in the back. You could have just left that car there. All kind of options that you could have did. But you decided to choose the latter for the sake of this story. That's so you can get some clicks and views on your little TikTok.
Because when this car, the rope broke and we skirted off the highway, heading for the edge of the highway, going into the fucking.
I wonder who's driving, who's doing the steering. I wonder was it her or her manager. That's what I'm kind of curious about.
Mountains to fall over. I'm in tears. I'm just like, all I'm thinking about is, wow, this is how I die because I loved someone and they apparently really hated me this much. And I'm in tears crying. And I'm just like, wow. So the car stops and it hits like a divider thing. I get out the car. I like run out on the side of the road. I said, I'm not going anymore. I'm not going. I'm willing to get in the back of that pickup truck, whatever. I'm not going in back of that car. I called my husband thinking I was recording this video. I'm going to also add the recording here for you guys to see. I'm recording the video and I'm like sending it to my husband. This is how your family came to get me. My life. They didn't give, like, you cannot convince me that they actually gave a flying fuck about me with what happened. It gets worse. So now we are on the side of the road. I sent the video to his mom and his dad and his sister-in-law because I'm thinking like, I still feel like they think I'm just dramatic in what I'm saying. So I said, I'm like, I just got into a car accident. I sent the video of the car accident. I said, what's going on to them? I sent it on WhatsApp, right? On WhatsApp, you can see when someone watches your video, read your messages, it gives you the blue checks, whatever. I see them all watch the video, look at the pictures. No one texted me back. No one messaged me back. No one called me. They just ignored me. I'm on the side of the road crying. My manager is trying to soothe me. I'm mentally exhausted. I pick myself up because, bitch, one thing I've learned in this life is ain't nobody gonna do it for you, sis. You gotta do it your fucking self. I said, nah, this is what they want. They want to see me fall to the floor and break the fuck down. I said, no. I hopped in a pickup truck with my manager, with my peoples. We got to Ibadan. I soon called Uber, go to my fucking radio interview. Did my radio interview, begged the Uber out, pay him, take me to Ibadan, take me back to Lagos immediately. Come back, because now you see, after I left that, I will tell you guys what happened, how these people tried to flip it on me. What?
So she ended up, after this whole situation, almost nearly having a life and death experience, she finally does decide to call the Uber and do this. Why she couldn't do this in the first place? Why she just couldn't call an Uber in the first place? I'm just flabbergasted with this girl, for real. Blue, salute, welcome to the lounge. Welcome to the lounge. We got 2 more videos, y'all. We're going to be done, y'all. Like I say, I just want to go ahead and get this whole entire thing in one setting and just be done with this, y'all. All right, part 11. Let's go.
Okay. Hey, guys. So let's continue the story, part 11. So now I left off, I told you, I went to Ibadan. The accident now happened. I reached out, no one replied, no one called me, nothing. So I did my show, went ahead, and while mind you, after I did my show, I went to the sister-in-law's house because I had to go back and go pick up some stuff that was made for me by a tailor. So I went to go pick that up. I was at their house. So it was a couple of, at least a couple of hours that I was there where, like, if the parents wanted to call me or the mom wanted to check in on me or somebody would have called me, no one called me, no one checked on me. I went back to Lagos. So now I get back to Lagos. It's like the whole night I waited. No one called me. His mom didn't call me. His dad didn't call me. His siblings didn't call me. No one called me. Not that I was really surprised that the siblings are going to call me. Like you previously saw, the sister already thought I was a demon bitch trying to bring me to Jesus. So I'm sure she was probably like, oh my God, I'm so happy she almost died. Like, that's a demon to our family. So I'm sure they were probably all rejoicing that, you know, I almost died, or probably like, damn, why didn't she die? Anyway, as I'm there, the next day I wake up, I reach out to the sister. I sent a text message to the one sister that I feel like, okay, maybe understanding or maybe like I can relate to. That's who he really, my husband really respects and like really fucks with, his older sister who lives in Atlanta. So I reach out to her, shoot her a text message. Hey, I need to talk to you. Never heard back from her, ever. I saw that she read the message, never heard back from her. So now the next day I'm talking to my husband. I'm like, do you know that nobody's called me? Do you know that nobody in your fucking family has called me? This man is just like, and I was like at some point I'm expecting my husband to find some kind of rage or anger to like, what the fuck? Like, y'all are treating my wife like shit. and I didn't see it. He was just like, I know, like, and don't get me wrong, I knew my husband wasn't a bulldozer ass nigga. Like, I knew he wasn't no street shooter.
Hold up. So she wanted her husband to sit up here and ride or die for her after she done blocked this dude like 3 times. Yeah.
All that, I knew that. But there's a level of like, I would have, no matter how bad my family was, as like they've been to me, I can tolerate them treating me like shit. But doing it to somebody else who didn't like ask for this, oh, I would have burned the whole entire motherfucking relationship to the ground. Are you fucking dumb? Are you dumb, stupid, or high? What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you dumb, stupid, or high? Okay. So then I call my parents, and at this point, the wedding is a week out. The Ebanko, the traditional African wedding. So I call my parents, and I'm like, I'm telling you guys, I told them everything that happened. I'm crying on the phone. I'm like telling them you guys having a near-death experience really, really, like, I don't know if anybody's ever had a near-death experience. That shit really traumatizes you. It really, like, my people, that thing really, I was still in shock because in my head, I'm like calculating, like, what if I really died? What if I really died? These people don't even care if I really.
Blue, appreciate it a whole lot. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Really fucking died. To them, it was just like, oh well, it was just a little accident. What if I really fucking died? Like, I was so distraught. And I'm still in Nigeria doing what I'm doing for my career, trying. And I'm telling you, somebody made a comment about I should hush. At least they gave me a car. People, if I was working for Dangote, if I came home and it was like, oh, I was working for Aliko Dangote, they would have respected me better. I'm sure they would have. If what I was doing in Nigeria was like some high-level business that trumped theirs, they would have given me the respect. There was a way they would carry themselves. I know African people. I know they would have carried themselves better just out of like the respect of what I came to do or what they perceived me as. But because I was a rapper, they didn't give a fuck. They didn't care. It was rap. It's music. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck what they do? If I'm not Wizkid, Davido level, but when I get there now, they'll all brag that I was married to their son. I know how people are. So I'm like telling my husband all this. I'm going up because my husband isn't giving me any reaction that is like given to see like your wife almost died the day before. So I literally went off on him, and I'm not gonna lie, I blocked him. I told you guys I'm gonna phone my
She blocked him for the 4th time now, y'all.
parents, tell my parents what happened. I really didn't expect my parents to do much. I told you guys I'm a survivor, right? When I was molested and raped in high school, I told my mom. She blamed me. She said, "What were you wearing?"
Wait a minute. Hold up. Earlier, she said that she was SA, right? Now, there's a difference between sexual assault and actually being raped, okay? So,
my mom has always made it my fault and things that happened to me in my life. So I wasn't really expecting my parents to come and stand up for me. They've never done it. When I went through what I went through in high school, I took myself to the doctor. When I found out I was pregnant from being raped, I'm the one who took myself to the abortion clinic. I'm the one who went and got treatment for HPV when I found out about him. And like, they didn't care. My parents didn't care. My mom, she definitely didn't give a fuck. So she blamed me because I was developed when I was in high school. She blamed me. And then even after those things happened, she would always tell me like, if I wore shorts or if I wore a short dress, she would tell me, go change your outfit before you say someone is touching you now. That was the things that she would say, and then she'll tell me it's a joke, or stuff like that. Or she would.
Do y'all think she's been truthful about this particular part of the story, or she just making this up as she go? Because to me, that's what it kind of sounds like. Because I believe that if this is something that really happened, then she'll probably have said this earlier in the story. There also, you could just kind of tell about her energy of describing the whole details about it too. Normally a person who dealt with this type of traumatic experience, that wouldn't just be excited to tell the story. That wouldn't be like, oh yeah, let me tell you the time I was SA, yeah. Let's sit by a campfire tell you a story about it. It does. Yeah, I'm with you on that show. No, it really do. It really, this part really do sound like she just kind of just did a filler and just made this thing up for real. I ain't lying. Just by her energy.
Tell my little sisters that when I was in college and I was going through so much in college, she would tell my little sisters that they better do well in school if like they got in trouble or whatever, or they'll end up like me. It's just many things I went through with my parents that I knew I didn't have them on my side. I knew they weren't gonna see my value. They didn't see my value when I was a fucking innocent child. Why would they see my value now as a grown-ass woman? And I'm okay. I was okay with that. I just didn't want them. Honestly, I was calling them to not waste their money for the wedding because I wasn't gonna go. My mom and dad, all they cared about, my mom was yelling at me, you better be at that wedding, you better be at that fucking wedding, don't embarrass the family, blah, 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 blah. I blocked them. I didn't care anymore. At that point, I was like, you know what?
Dang, she just issuing out blocks to everyone. God dang.
God damn.
You get a block, everybody get a block.
No one gives a fuck about me. Like, oh my God, I don't even know. Sometimes when I think about this, and like, I want to cry, but I'm like, I'll be fucking damned to like shed one tear for people. I am a great person. Anytime I see people judge me, come live in my shoe. I dare anybody to spend a fucking day in my shoe and go through what I've been through in my fucking life and come out smiling, aiming high, just seeing the world so beautiful, giving a shirt off your back to people, caring about people, loving people, hell, even getting married and trusting a man.
All this gaslighting.
Again, come, see, be me. It's easy to judge because I'm strong. It's easy to attack me and it's easy to make me look like shit because I'm strong. But you have no idea where that strength comes from. His family didn't, his mom didn't. And it's crazy to me because his mom went through trauma and I know about it. My mom went through trauma, I know about it. And it's crazy because the monsters that commit the act are nicer than the victims. And a lot of African women don't even know they're in Stockholm Syndrome. My mom is and his mom is. I would think that these women who've gone through shit would be so protective of the next generation of women. I would think his mom would even be the one championing for me. Like, it doesn't matter who she is, respect her, treat her well. Like, I'll be thinking that's my mom. That would be my mother-in-law. That was in the case. So I canceled the wedding. I blocked everybody. I flew to Enugu to continue my tour. While I'm in Enugu, my husband and I'm ready to file for divorce. Like, I'm ready. I call my lawyer. I'm like, I'm ready. He said, you have to come back to the States, and when you come here, we'll talk about it. We'll do it. I'm ready. I'm ready to leave him. Like, I was done. I was fucking done, y'all. I was scared of him. I was scared of his family. I was just...
Wait a minute. Why was she scared of him? He never did anything to her. Nor the family, to be honest, other than that car situation. The car situation was funny as hell, but...
I was fucking alone. I was fucking alone, smiling, pushing through, and I was fucking alone. Thank God to my manager for being there for me. So then, a week, I'm telling you guys, it was about a week. No one still called me. I blocked everybody in this fucking family. I blocked all of them.
Yeah, that because you blocked everybody. That's why nobody called you. Like, what the hell?
You people are evil. I don't know what I did to you that made you that made it feel like I deserve this kind of fucking treatment. For what? I was terrified of these people, terrified of everything. I was going back to America to go divorce this man. Did it stop there? No. I wish this situation stopped there, but it didn't. My wedding was coming up. My sister-in-law called me and she was like, you know, that's the only person that actually checked on me. That's the only person I still even engage with. She reached out to me and she was like, oh, you know, your wedding. I was like, oh, I'm not even doing the wedding. She goes, oh, well, I mean, she was told me like the parents they weren't planning on going. And I'm sorry, I didn't even put the ice on the cake. When she said that to me and I shared it with my manager tells me how he never told me this, but when he was talking to the mom about the car, she told him that the dad, and they really didn't even want to do it, but they're doing it because of their son. And you guys remember the whole time I'm asking these people, if you don't want to do it, just tell me. Just tell me. And she told it to my manager. My manager didn't want to tell me or upset me any more than I was already. And he just said it's okay. Like, he just took it and just kept pushing to get the car. And that was that. I'm gonna go to part 12 because right now I'm getting emotional and I don't want to sit here and fucking cry on TikTok. I'm not about to do that shit. But I need to collect myself and I'll come back for part 12.
All right, so part 12 is going to be the final one episode, all right? So here's another thing that's interesting, too, is that she was saying that the manager had told her that they really didn't want to do this to begin with anyway. So if I was the manager, knowing get away, you know this information, would common sense would tell you to go ahead and abandon the whole entire ideal. But instead, they decide to still pursue this thing. I'm kind of curious to why. Why was that such a huge deal for them to do that? My only conclusion to this matter is because they was trying to use that family for money. That's all I could come up with. Final part. Appreciate every matter of fact, before we get to this one, thank y'all so much for standing up late with me on this late stream, on this whatever what we're going on 3 hours now on this stream. Thank y'all so much for standing up this late for me, y'all, because you know normally within the hour, 30 minute, 2 hour mark, I've been done. But I just wanted to go ahead and get this whole entire thing because I didn't want to do no part 1, part 2, and part 3 like I did with the recent teaser videos, all right? Just want to go on, knock this out the way and be done with it. Okay, so I appreciate y'all a whole lot for rocking with me this far. We made it to the end, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole entire saga, all right? Because it is crazy, to say the least, y'all. But here we go. Last video of the night, I guess she's either taking a shower or just got out the shower. So let's see what she got to talk about.
Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry, I found a baby bird this morning, so I had to like skip my morning session for you guys, but I'm back. I don't return. Okay, I left off in telling you guys, now you know about the car accident. I went back to Lagos and then I flew to Enugu to continue my tour. So now, let me get you caught up. And then I'm going to also bring in my family and show you when I finally knew I had to cut my family completely out of my life. Because my family, never going back. Not even if, like, Jesus himself has to show himself for me to speak to my family again. I'm done. So now when I'm in Enugu and I finally unblock my husband, we're speaking again. He's, telling me originally, all he kept telling me is that...
Beta!
Oh, the reason why they're not answering is because they're busy, they're working. And I was like, at first I wanted to believe that because, okay, they're busy, they're working, they're running a company. But there's a difference when Nigeria, people die from car accidents so much. Not that they don't do in America, but I mean in Nigeria, the thing is no joke. Like, people really just be dying from car. It's really bad. So how could someone tell you they got into a car accident, right? You didn't even call to check if I was okay. You didn't even call. Just because I text you, I guess, one of the things they said is because I text them, so they knew I was okay. But no one called to check if I made it out, if I...
Bro, because you blocked them, that's why.
I had a broken arm, nothing. So then my husband and I are talking and he's telling me how, he's telling his family that they have to apologize to me. They have to talk to me. And he's like, already, he's so pissed off. He spoke to his people. And like the way he's talking to me about it is, I think that's what kept pissing me off. It's like, as I'm telling my husband what happened or he knows what happened, he's still trying to in the breath of telling me he's telling them to apologize, he's also in the same breath validating their behavior, and trying to make me look like I'm being dramatic for me feeling disrespected by his family members and them not calling me, nobody reaching out to me. And then he's like, and then you blocked them. I said, yes, I blocked everybody. Why? They didn't want to talk to me. I told him, I was like, yeah, I blocked everybody. What's the point? Clearly, they want me gone. They want me dead. I don't even think they like me. So why do I need to leave an open line of communication to people who might want to kill me? No. Listen, I love my life too much, yo. It's not because of fucking marriage I'll come here and die. Are you fucking mad? So the whole time, he's telling me how his family, I guess his siblings were part of the reason why they weren't also reaching out is when I blocked them. They felt like, who the fuck do I think I am? Bitch, I think I'm motherfucking Independence, a goddess, a 6 feet bad bitch with 3 engineering degrees who shits on every single one of your motherfucking people. I think I'm that bitch and I look good as fuck. That's who the fuck I think I am.
like, I've realized the thing about Nigerian
That's
people,
bullshit.
and especially some people that come from rich families, the way they look down at some people, the way they look down at people who don't fit their fake ass like society, they think like you're beneath them. I don't give a fuck if you come from billionaire family, trillionaire family. You give me utmost respect. Cause let me tell you something, it's like that. The same way you got it is like that, nigga, you're homeless. When you die, you die. We all.
Oh my God. First of all, you don't demand people to respect you. Respect is earned. Okay. Second of all, this is a common argument that people who are either manipulators, this is what they do. They try to use this manipulated tactic to try to gaslight and do all this whole crazy stuff to try to justify their behavior. Ma'am, you're throughout this whole entire series, you are the aggressor. You're the one who been trying to use this dude and his family. Hell, I'll say this, you don't even love your husband at all, period, because like I say, you never mention anything about him. We don't even know this dude's name or anything like that. We don't know anything about this dude. Other than this dude being a beta male. That's it. You don't tell us about y'all going out, y'all spending time with each other, none of that. You've been telling us this whole entire story about how you trying to finesse your way into this dude's family to try to get what you want. And we didn't get what you want, now you just stuck like Chuck, for as what I see.
Die. When you bleed red. You don't bleed gold. You don't bleed diamond. Who the fuck do I think I am? I think I'm a bitch I played with. But it's okay, though. So now my wedding date comes. My family calls me. All right.
I thought she canceled this wedding, by the way, too. So you mean to tell me that throughout this, she done blocked the family, she done blocked everybody, right? Including her husband, right? You mean to tell me that she went on to unblock everybody to say, hey, you know what? Let's go get married anyway. The hell with it. This whole story is weird as hell, y'all.
Didn't talk to them people either. Psh. Anyway, so my wedding day came and gone. No one said anything. My family, they did instead of having the wedding, they ended up just having like a village party, which that was even better than having a dumbass wedding that I wasn't going to be there for and my husband wasn't going to be there for. So what the fuck were we doing it for in the first place? But again, my mom wanted to make sure that everybody knew her failure of a daughter got married. So anyway, let's get to the juicy part. So now I come back. Oh, actually, no, I'm lying. I was still in Enugu. So I was in Enugu for almost 2 weeks, I believe. I was in Enugu for almost 2 weeks. So now the wedding happened like the week prior. The following week, my parents, they come into Lagos because now they're about to fly back to America and they have to come into Lagos to book their flight and to get onto their plane. So once they get to Lagos, right, mind you, my parents know everything that happened. At this point, they know everything that's transpired with this family, how I feel uncomfortable, everything, like everything. So next thing I know, we have a family group chat. This is before I left the family group chat. I'm looking in the family group chat, and I see that my parents are at his parents' house. No, actually, my husband told me that my parents were going to go, and I told him to tell my parents do not go. The next thing I know, that day I wake up and I see pictures of my parents at his family's house. Fucking cheesing ear to ear, looking real fucking like, my mom just, all of them just there, my sisters, all of them just there. And I'm like, oh my God, like these people don't have self-respect though. These people don't have dignity. Someone almost killed your fucking daughter and you took your stupid ass, got dressed, and went to their house to break bread with them. They weren't even going to come to the village where you are because it was beneath them to come to the village of Arondizog to come and do your daughter's wedding. And I'm telling you all this information, and what did your stupid ass do? You legit went to their fucking house to go see them and go break bread with them. I don't even know how to tell you guys how hurt, mad, disrespected I felt. I was like, are you people fucking serious? I put it in the group chat. I said, are you people fucking serious? You really went to their house and broke bread. My mom and dad were so thirsty, and I'm so serious. Like, it hurts me to say this, and my own parents, my family was so thirsty that I, the fucking failure of the daughter, married a rich family, and they wanted so fucking bad to show it off, or to even like seal the deal and make sure that I didn't fuck it up, that they didn't even understand that they were actually better people than these people. They didn't even give a fuck. They didn't even see that I was trying to save them, like give them some dignity. So in the picture that they sent me, my dad calls me when I put that in a thing, and I'm like, are you serious? You really went to those people's house and like you really went to go break bread with them? After everything I told you that happened, I'm telling you right now, I'm not even speaking to these people, blase. I'm like, okay, no problem. Don't worry about it. I told him, okay, don't worry about it. You've made your bed. You're going to lay there. See, me and this boy, we're divorcing. I'm just letting you people know we're divorcing. My dad is all like begging me, please just stay.
So, once again, if she knew that she no longer wanted to be in a relationship with her, why go along with the whole wedding? I don't understand that. Wait a minute. I take that back. I do understand that. I understand. The whole point, she wanted to go through this wedding because she wanted to get something out of this divorce. So there's the only logical explanation that I could come up with, but...
Calm. I'm like, it's not about being calm. I am calm. But I realize that you people do not care about me. You have no respect for me. They don't have respect for me. I have to have respect for myself. If both sides clearly see me as a useless goat, let me at least see myself as meaty goats and collect myself. So, blocked him, blocked my whole family, blocked his parents, blocked everybody. My people, I buckled down in Nigeria. I finished my tour. And at this point, I had to cut my tour short because, again, remember the car that they fucked up for me? At this point, I couldn't afford to do anything I want to do. I've already bled all my money from paying, because you guys, I love how people are saying I make $12,000 a month, and how wasn't I able to pay? Again, I'm paying my bills back in Nigeria, in America too, and I'm paying bills in Nigeria, because you know, in Nigeria, you pay lights bill weekly. You know, be monthly, you pay weekly. Why?
No. We're not gonna do that.
That's bullshit.
We're not gonna do that. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Cause you told us earlier that you made $12,000, and out of that $12,000 you only pay up to about, I think, like 3 stacks for your bills over there in America, which that leaves you about 7,000 or 8,000 left. And I'm pretty sure the expenses over there in Nigeria is not as high as America. So come on, stop the cap, stop that bull crap, because you're lying.
You're a lying sack of crap. You're a lying sack of crap. You're a lying, scheming, stinking, nasty sack of liquid crap.
Because you just lying. You're lying at this point. So cut it out. Not to mention that she got her management and team there as well too. And I'm pretty sure they're not living over there for free. I'm pretty sure they got they got money over there as well too. Once again, it's just the whole point of the matter that she trying to finesse this dude family. She don't want to pay all these expenses to do this tour. Because remember what she was saying earlier about her being a rapper. She literally was sitting up here leveraging this dude family so she could go and do this quick little tour, because you know tours cost money. And so they didn't want to put their money into that. They want to use this family to do it. But this family caught on to it, and they say, hell no, we ain't doing that.
I find everything data. You're paying. Nigeria is a cash cow. Do you understand? It don't be cheap movement though. It'll be cheap movement from doing club appearances, doing shows. You think those things are cheap? 150 here, 200 here. It's not cheap, my fucking people who are just sitting there making it seem like I couldn't do it on my own. I budgeted it out and it was acceptable when I budgeted it with the car. Now the car wasn't present. I had to spend money on places I didn't think I had to spend money on. And now I was bled short. So I had to cut my trip short. So as I'm getting ready to go back to America, I get back to Lagos, and I'm planning on going back to America. My husband and I, at this point, I'm ready to go for divorce. I told him I'm coming back. He knew I was coming back to file for divorce. I was done in December of last year, January of this year. I was fucking done. So I'm on my way coming back here. He's telling me, let's go to therapy first. You know, my best friend. And one thing I do, I have amazing friends who, as much as they understood and they were upset about the situation, they still wanted me to like salvage my marriage because they knew like my husband and I do not have issues. We really love each other. And like before all this, our marriage, our relationship was beautiful. Like we did not fight at all. So now I'm on my way back to America, ready to divorce my husband. Like, it's game time. Come back for part 12. I will tell you what happened when I returned back to America and how we got to the divorce.
So she haven't did part 12 yet. All right. She haven't did that video yet. So that's why I said this was the last part of this. All right. So once again, she keep re-emphasizing that they had a beautiful marriage and stuff. The only reason why she's saying that is for the simple fact that she was up here using this dude. And also, as long as this dude played ball by being a beta male, it was fine to her. There was nothing wrong with it. But in reality, they never had a relationship. Because once again, as I keep stated over and over again, she never stated anything about him. She never stated how he looked. She never stated about how attracted she is to her. She never stated anything about love language or nothing like that. The reason why is because in reality, she was just using this dude for his family because she found out that his family was wealthy and she wanted to leverage his family to do this tour of her rapping career. That's where it boiled down to. And when it didn't pan out the way that she wanted to, that's where she started having all these issues and stuff. That's where it boils down to, y'all. So, then, like I say, I always do these type of shows all the time to bring awareness to y'all about these type of behavior of these women that are out here, these predatory women that are out here for real. You know what I'm saying? And I literally be sitting up here exposing this to y'all to let y'all know that this is what's happening. Those of y'all who are watching this show right now know perhaps y'all got children like I got children. Some of your children probably young right now. Some of your children might be teenagers, or you probably have children who are grown adults right now. I'm letting y'all know right now that these type of women exist out there. They are predatory. They do these weird stuff all the time. Same thing with these men out here, these old beta male toxic men out there. Same thing. They're out there predatory like ain't nothing. These narcissistic men and women out there. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I do these shows. That's why I do it. As a matter of fact, that's why I purposely stayed up this late to do the show, to show to y'all, to prove to y'all that everybody does not lie about this stuff out here. As a matter of fact, once again, when I was out there in the dating market, I dealt with women like her for real. I really did. They are out there for real. So other than that, y'all, I don't have nothing else for this at all. Just like my moderator on Show Up said, she was saying that, hey, everybody is fed up with this. Yes, I am. It took me a lot to get through this. It took me a whole lot to get through this. A matter of fact, I'm put to you this way, then we're going to be done, y'all. Y'all are watching these videos right now because I'm showing it to y'all. I already seen these videos, so imagine me going through this all over again, watching these videos all over again with y'all. So by me watching these videos all over again, I started getting the different revelations, and I started seeing a lot of more other stuff that she was saying versus the first time when I watch it. And I started pointing it out to y'all like, okay, she's doing this and she's doing that and she's doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, y'all. But other than that, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the podcast tonight, y'all. Make sure, those y'all who haven't hit the thumbs up, make sure you hit the thumbs up because it do support this channel a whole lot. Those y'all able to share out, by all means, share me out as well too. Those y'all who haven't caught the beginning of the show, by all means, catch the beginning of the show so you can understand the whole context of what we was talking about, y'all. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Tune in to probably tomorrow. Probably do a show tomorrow with a whole another one topic, y'all. And I promise you, it's not gonna be this long. My next upcoming podcast show is not gonna be this long. Promise you on that one. All right. So other than that, thank y'all so much. Y'all have a real good night. Y'all be safe out there in real life and be safe out there in the YouTube streets as well too. Peace out, y'all.